DJ Boxing Live here with Edge on the TV. Edge, yeah. So let's talk about Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. What's the likelihood?
Boy, it depends. Saudi Arabia can get a deal done, you know. Floyd things flying over there to try to sort out a deal. So, you know, so you must. I know he's not joking. You know, when it comes to money, this guy don't pay.
Yeah. He's trying to see how much numbers they're gonna give him. How much you reckon? He got 500 for the last one. How much you reckon they give it?
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. These sheets got money to burn. You know what I mean?
Hi, you're right. Yeah, nothing. Thanks very much. Yeah. All right, cool. Nice one. Well, that came quick, boy. Yeah, go on, Edge. I'm listening.
No, you never know, man. I'm thinking, wait, it could be up from 100, 200 million, right, easily. I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think 100. I think 100 mil. 100 mil.
I think if they offer 100, I think if they offer 100, 200, I think he'll accept it.
Yeah, because Floyd don't care about that women shit, man. Floyd don't care about that women shit. About, you know what I mean? People talking about, oh yeah, you can't go there because like women can't come there, all that stuff. They don't care about that.
Oh man, they don't care about that, man. But you know what I mean? People, unfortunately, people don't really care about that. When it comes to money, you do get 100 million. You know what I mean? They're gonna go. You know, I'm flying over there. I thought my missus stay at home.
Yeah. Oh man,
I'm getting that jet.
You're getting that. Listen, bro. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, like when it comes to these things, yeah, I'm like, bro, like it's just talk right now. But end of the day, it's how do you think the fight's gonna play out though?
You know, it's what?
What do you think's gonna happen in the fight if they actually go ahead with it? Because Floyd looks doomed up, man. He's eating fat. Manny Pacquiao's sharped up, bro. Manny, if they're gonna fight, Manny looks ready. That's what makes it. Manny looks ready, right?
Yeah. I mean, look, if the fight, look, Manny Pacquiao will be the favorite because he's more active. He's still performing at a high level, and whereas Mayweather still hasn't been. He's been inactive for a long while, and to be inactive for a long while and to go straight back in with Manny Pacquiao is, you know what I mean? It's going to be tough for him. So I'll say he'll be the favorite. And I'll say, look, if Mayweather goes for this, it's a money grab, man.
He's always
money. $18 million on a watch. Like, you know, he's going to be running out of money soon at that rate. So he's relying on the next big payday.
Mayweather, why do you think he's running out of money? Why would you say that? Like, what makes you indicates that he's running out of money, Edge?
Because of the life, because the amount of income that he's earning and the amount that he's spending is only a matter of time. The amount that he's look, I mean, look, I never know. He could have some secret funds you never know about. But based on from looking from the outside, from the amount that he's spending to what he's bringing in, I don't see what he's bringing in that's going to be enough for him to keep up the lifestyle that he's living right now.
No, okay.
But take a look. I mean, who knows? He could have shares in multiple things, and he could be earning 30 million a year about boxing. But I just see it like this: if he was earning the amount of money that he's earning, why would he be going to Saudi Arabia looking to fight again? Do you know what I mean? No point. You know, they retired.
Yeah.
If you've got money, you don't need to go and earn another 100 million or whatever. I don't need to earn it. You've got money. Do you know what I mean?
But I don't know if he's running out of money, man. He's got business as a promoter. He just promoted Tank the other day. I understand he spends a lot of money on betting, but the actual fight itself, yeah. I think Mayweather, if you give him a training camp, bro, like if Mayweather gets training camp and Pacquiao, that like Destiny just said earlier on about the drug testing, bro. Like I'm not feeling Pacquiao on his last performance. Like that you ain't gonna see that Pacquiao. So let's get out. Let's get out straight away. That Pacquiao ain't turning up to that fight, that Keith Thurman one who's eating punches. You know what I'm saying? Like cheating. I still feel he's cheating. He's taking drugs. Let me play this little clip, man. Let me play this little clip one second. I know it's gonna be loud for everyone, but this is what Mayweather said.
It's an honor to come to Saudi Arabia to sit down with you guys to talk about the Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch. Saudi Arabia, Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm on my way.
Run it back. Run that back.
Thank you. It's an honor to come to Saudi Arabia to sit down with you guys to talk about the Mayweather Pacquiao rematch. Saudi Arabia, Floyd Money Mayweather. I'm on my way.
Yeah, he said he's on his way. He just sitting down talking. It's not don't guarantee. What do you think of likelihood they're gonna get a deal done? Well, he's with Al Heyman. It's easier now, isn't it? Because he's with Al Heyman. It's much easier now, isn't it?
Yeah, but at the same time, look, there's still a lot of moving parts to happen. Number one, they have to go and negotiate a deal that Floyd Mayweather's happy with. Number two, they're going to have to negotiate a deal that Manny Pacquiao is going to be happy with. Number three, VADA tested it. Manny Pacquiao.
Manny's gonna, yeah. Manny's
I'm not going to say he's on the juice, but do you know what I mean? That was what stopped the fight last time before it happened, drug testing. So there's a lot of things that have to fall into place for this fight to take place. So I still think it's like the likelihood of it happening. I'll make it 30% at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know. You never know. He's going to meet them, and they have money to burn, and they have proven that they can host events now, big events. So it's not an experiment anymore. People know that they have history of hosting big events and paying out big money. So now more people are more open to going over there now.
Yeah, 100%. No, 100%. So go ahead.
They posted the World Boxing Super Series, and they posted the Amir Khan fight with no trouble, no problems.
He ain't got paid. I ain't got paid yet. That's what we're hearing though.
Huh?
Heard Amir Khan hasn't got paid yet.
I don't know about if Amir Khan ain't been paid, but I know that Eddie Hearn got paid. So he put that. He made sure that money was escrow before he announced that fight.
Okay. Yeah.
You weren't messing. It's like, boy, he ain't fucking to go for this shit. But like, yeah. So they'll probably do the same with Floyd as well, getting some guarantees. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man. So I think, yeah. So it's all about all those moving parts going into play, and yeah, it's becoming a sensitive option. So I think if this fight does happen, Mayweather Pacquiao does happen, I think it'll open the door for a lot of more promoters looking at Saudi Arabia as a serious option. Yeah, big fight coming a sensitive option.
Yeah, 100%. Who just jumped? Someone else just jumped in.
Yeah, CG, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, what's going on, Hamid? Yeah, Hamid, jump into the conversation. We're live, man. Go ahead. What's up, SSB 28? Yo, what's up, man? Saudi Arabia.
What you guys talk about? Yeah, I thought that was. I thought it was some sort of prank, man. I just seen it on.
Yeah.
Twitter. I don't know. Until it's confirmed, I'm just gonna hold back. But I think he might come back because the reason I think he might come back is because I think they might be offering him a lot of money.
Yeah.
He is Money Mayweather after all.
Mm.
And another thing is, I still think he probably thinks he could beat Pacquiao even at this age. I don't think Pacquiao and Mayweather are both obviously in the prime. They're both old. Even though Pacquiao, I think it looks like he's still a pretty good welterweight. But I'm just wondering why, apart from money, why would he come back? If that's just the sole reason, then I would be concerned if I was like in his team. I don't know if he's been training, if he's been giving
shape, that's it. That's what I'm saying.
You never know.
Do you think that's my whole point? Do you think I reckon he can beat Pacquiao as long as Pacquiao he's been drug tested and he ain't gonna be that, because that Pacquiao, when he's drug tested, you'll see who he really is, bro. You know what I mean?
I'm not sure if he beats Pacquiao, man.
I
maybe he does enough to beat him. I'm not sure officially because I don't know. He's been inactive. That's a major thing. The last time he actually had a fight was with Beto. I'm not even going to count the McGregor fight.
No, you have to hold on. The Japanese guy.
Even if you count that, that's still 2 years. That's a while. I'm not going to count the exhibition in the Japanese guy, and that was like a joke of a fight. So
come on, man, that's still a fight.
It's hard. No, he's 42, man. We got to look. He shouldn't be fighting at this age. Look, if he loses, it's not the same as he lost a couple of years ago. I'm not defending him. Like Pacquiao's old as well, but it's two guys who are kind of washed up, man. Even though Pacquiao beat Thurman, just one guy I think could be even more washed up. Look, he might prove me wrong. If he comes back and he beats him, then.
Hold up, man. I'm not sure he ain't listening, but this dude's in the chat talking about where all these U.S. athletes got away with drugs. You see, there's a major difference here, all right? First of all,
who is this?
That's okay,
first of all, he's talking about Balco is a drug company. Balco's not an anti-doping agency, you fucking idiot, man. Get the fuck out of here. The whole point I'm making is that I never recall a fucking anti-doping agency covered up results for fucking fighters and refused to report it based off confidentiality. Never heard of that here in the United States. So don't fucking try to compare the two, bro.
Like, let's not talk about drug testing, yeah, because it's like it's a difference between taking a drug test and not reporting it because it was reported. It just they just didn't report it, made it public. That's the difference. Yeah.
Right. That's our point. My whole point.
But then that's due to the promoter, and that's due to the fighter, and that's due to the government.
That's due to a loophole which was exposed as well.
That's due to the governing body. But the same thing. But this is not new. This has happened before. Do you know what I mean? Whereas other governing bodies, there's no testing at all. So there's no testing. So there's no public announcement if the person is failed or not failed. So there's a difference. At least there is testing, and at least, you know what I mean, they have a board or a governing body to decide whether that person can fight or not. You know what I mean? Whether it's secret or not, at least there's something in place.
Yo, what's
So
up?
who are we talking about? Is it Dillian Whyte? Because if it's Dillian Whyte, this is an ongoing investigation. I don't know.
Here's the whole point, because the whole argument is that he's arguing that we should go to Saudi Arabia. Okay, fine. If you believe that, cool. But what I'm trying to explain to him from Anthony Ruiz, I'm tripping. Andy Ruiz's perspective is that, look, he was probably more like the Woods conceding to go there, but he needs some reassurances. Number one, he wants to up his compensation. Number two, he needs some strict drug testing to be implemented after the Dillian Whyte fallout. That's all I implied. Then he wants to go in and Lance Armstrong, and who else he wanted to do? He threw in there.
But then
One second.
That doesn't make sense because Anthony Joshua is the most drug tested athlete in boxing right now.
No, he's not.
That's not the point.
That's not true.
That's not the point, though.
That's not the point, though.
That's not
Go
the point.
ahead, man.
No, because two fighters could get tested differently. The point I was going to say, if Ruiz,
you get a needle, you inject.
I'm saying, yeah, but two different fighters. If one is getting tested by one agency and the other one is being tested by different.
It's the same people, the same agencies getting tested for the same thing. VADA is the same. Eddie Hearn gets VADA tested for all.
But you just said he's the most tested athlete. Like he's not doing 365 testing, so not the most.
No. It's not just 365 VADA testing, but you see, the only one doing testing all year round.
Yeah, but you can has his loophole.
No other athletes doing testing all year round.
You can. No, Dillian Whyte was doing UCAT. Dillian Whyte was actually was he with UCAT and three?
Yeah,
and
he was.
VADA?
Yeah, it was with both.
No, we've done VADA and UCAT testing.
And UCAT is all year round.
No, UCAT not all year round.
That's what Eddie Hearn was saying in one of the interviews. So I don't know if
No, it's not. There's I think it's WADA or
WADA is not a drug. That's the protocol. That's the protocol. That's the drugs. That's
UCAT is all year round testing because they're in competition testing is 24 hours before a fight. So there's no point testing somebody out of competition.
No, you shouldn't be. If
it doesn't make a difference to their thing, they're wasting money. They're wasting money and time.
And if you signed up for a 365 testing agency, then you should be getting tested out of competition. That's the whole point of being tested.
Yeah, I'm just talking about UCAT. That's what I'm saying to you. UCAT is for 368.
That's what I said. UCAT. That's why you can't really. That's why you can't say someone who's been tested by UCAT year round is the most tested athlete. UCAT has its flaws.
Well, you're missing the point. Missing the point anyway. The point is that at least there is testing in place. Whether they told
you said he's the most tested athlete. That's not true.
But the point I'm making is that Ruiz can't be using that argument because before the Joshua fight, when was the last time he got tested?
I don't know if they was tested for the Demetrenko fight.
Can't be up in his high horse talking about testing.
Is Ruiz enrolled in the clean boxing program?
I think Joshua tested both.
All right, so you must be getting tested at least.
How many times people say Anthony Joshua is on drugs, but then he's the most tested athlete, and all other athletes who say that Anthony Joshua himself get popped. Tyson Fury got popped. Gerald Miller gets popped. Ortiz gets popped. How many fighters are saying that flipping Anthony Joshua is the one getting popped, but then on drugs, but then all the rest of them all get all
Well, I would like to know is why because he getting TU exemptions for testosterone use, which he did deny he's ever gotten on several occasions.
No. But no. But
he did deny it. He was asked about that. He didn't deny he's ever gotten those exemptions.
But lots of athletes do that. It's like, lots of athletes. Floyd Mayweather got exemptions for putting.
That doesn't mean it's right.
That doesn't mean it's right though.
And why do you think he would vote in Vegas? So
I know. I never defended Floyd for getting those TU exemptions. I never did. But it is what it is.
All of do it. Come on now.
Yeah, exactly. So when you say he didn't have it tested, that doesn't mean much. This was the big thing. Ruiz said he doesn't want to travel to the UK because of UCAD and whatever. If Saudi Arabia is the neutral ground, then he's gonna.
The fact of the matter is, Ruiz is making all excuses. He just wants more money.
He
just wants more money.
I can't defend Ruiz too much. Like Joshua doesn't have to go to America again. He's already fought there. Even though I think as a
you know what? Here's the thing. Here's the way I look at it, guys. For the way things are looking, this fight's not going to happen because the two sides can't. Yeah, the two sides cannot agree on anything. And another thing we got to really clear the air on. Number one, whenever a fighter, and Anthony Joshua for this instance, invokes a rematch clause that is inserted in the initial contract. If I beat you, or if you beat me, I am entitled to a rematch clause. Joshua invokes the rematch clause. Then from that point, a new contract gets negotiated.
No.
That's the way it works. That's the way it works. That's the way it works. You telling me a second contract gets drafted?
There's no second contract. That's the whole point of it. Okay, look. I'm going to use the term slave contract. Yeah.
Dear.
I use the term slave contract. Let me tell you why I call it a slave contract. But this is what you call a proper, like back in the days it said slave contract where you didn't have the fighters didn't have no control over their careers. This is an example of what you call a contract. When they negotiated the first fight with Andy Ruiz was a voluntary. He had no negotiation power whatsoever.
Which is true.
They could have picked anybody else. Ruiz was there because they picked him. They plucked him out from anybody. They could have picked Michael.
But they still negotiated. Hold on, but they still negotiated though.
Andy Ruiz was so desperate.
They still negotiated. No, hold on. No, but you
wait, hold on. Here's the thing though. You're missing though. They're negotiating now. So how could you say there's no?
Because this proves that Eddie Hearn really wants to make this fight happen because he does because really. If Eddie Hearn could have really wanted to be Raw, he could have said, you know what, I'm having this in Cardiff, and you know what, I want you to pull out. Because if you pull out, I'm going to sue you, I'm going to sue Al Hayes.
Yeah, I'm going to have that whole process is going to take a whole year to drag out. And here's the thing, if he does that, this litigates for a whole year, more than likely, and also during that process, the sanction advisor are going to strip Ruiz. They're going to strip Ruiz. And that's going to make Joshua and Hearn look even bad because now they're going to go for a vacant title, which is going to make it much harder for them because this is not going to get any easier for Joshua because let's be real.
It don't matter because at the end of the day, if AJ wins the titles again, everything's back to normal. It's going to be
well,
Ruiz. It is basically. Look at the rematch. He's lost. And he's getting more money to fight Andy Ruiz again in the rematch than he did in the first fight.
$2 million more.
So if he regains his title, he's still going to earn $30 million to fight because he's the champion. He's got the belt back, and then Andy Ruiz is going to be indicated. So loses money. It's going to be out.
Yeah, you guess who's wait. Guess who? You know backing Ruiz? Do you know who's backing him? Al Heyman. Al Heyman has a reputation for taking care of his. He does.
Think about it. Think of Al Heyman for a second. Yeah, you got two options. He already bailed Ruiz out already by paying him $800,000 to get into the fight of Anthony Joshua in the first place. He bailed you out the one time. Okay, cool. You won. Fine. Fair enough. You got $3 million for beating Anthony Joshua, and now you're winning. Blah blah blah. You're facing him in the rematch. Now, if you pull out of that rematch with Andy Ruiz, then potentially you're going to have to end up paying for Andy Ruiz. Probably the money that he's going to lose out for being out of the ring was $2.
Oh yeah, that's fine because he's done that with Adrian Broner. How many times bailed out Broner when he went through some litigation problems? How many times has he bailed out Broner? Look at that. I'm looking at millions and millions.
Who was Ruiz before the fight? Ruiz has got this. The reason why
Look at Ruiz now. Look at his fan base, bro. What are you talking about?
The reason why Ruiz is where he is right now is because he's Anthony Joshua. Let's face facts. Before he faced
that's part of it. That's part of it. But look at his heritage.
He was a nobody. He was a nobody.
Look at his heritage. Ruiz is a Mexican, bro. He's a Mexican American fighter. You know, the Mexican heavyweight champion in history. When he did what he did, you know how historic that is when it comes to the country of Mexico. Now that they have a first ever Mexican heavyweight champion, that is historical. Ruiz is not perceived as a celebrity over there now. Now that's let me just say this. Let me just say this real quickly. You could put any heavyweight champion in there against Ruiz that night, and if Ruiz would have won that fight, he would still get the same reaction he got now. Not just the fact that he beat Joshua, it's the fact that he's the first ever Mexican heavyweight champion. We all know how rich boxing history is in Mexico. We know that.
Yeah.
So,
don't get me wrong. He's going to be heavyweight champion. This is what you're forgetting something. Yes, he's the first Mexican heavyweight champion. That's never going to be taken away from him. Yes, he's made history. Yeah. That's fantastic. That's great. I'm talking about the momentum. He's right now. He's gonna wave right now. The momentum is falling in his favor. He's gonna have to rematch. If he fights Anthony Joshua in the rematch and wins, that's it. Do you know what I mean? He's the #1 heavyweight in the division right now. He's the man. But then if all of a sudden he pulls out and then he's out the ring for 2 to 3 years, his momentum will be gone. His momentum that he's built from winning Anthony Joshua will be gone. Anthony Joshua will probably get all his belts back. And then everybody's be talking about
probably, yeah. That's a big word.
Again, and then Ruiz will be out the picture because he can't fight because there's too busy fighting litigation. It's going to be and Ruiz said this before. Ruiz said in an interview, in a Mexican thing, he said that when he was having issues with Top Rank, no money was coming in. He was earning $250 per fight, and his last fight against what's his name?
Demachenko.
No, fighting Top Rank. What's his name? Forgot now.
Ray Austin. Ray Austin before?
Thompson. Thompson. No, I forgot his name.
Tony Thompson.
No, not Tony Thompson. But basically, got Dubois faced him a few fights ago. But anyway, when he fought that dude, he earned $50,000. He lost the mortgage on his house. He had to move out of his house because he had no money coming in. So then when he signed with Al Heyman, that's why he was begging Eddie Hearn for this fight. He was begging him on his phone.
Well, you know, he got like what, $200,000 for that fight? He got $200,000 for that fight against Demachenko. So yeah, Al Heyman's changed his life. He owes his gratitude that commitment. So
but if he pulls out of this fight, he's gonna be out the ring for 2 years.
He's not pulling out the fight.
He's gonna lose the money that he got from the Anthony Joshua fight. He's gonna lose. So then he's going to be back.
What makes you think he can pull out? What makes you think he's going to pull out?
I don't think so.
What if Joshua pulls out?
You said you wait,
have you thought about this? If they think they can litigate this and then the IPF end up stringing Ruiz, do you think Joshua and Hearn won't go for that vacant IPF title?
Joshua ain't pulling out. He's getting 60 minutes for this fight.
No, I'm asking you. I'm just saying, if they decide to litigate this, which we know this can drag out for a year or even more. We don't know. More likely this can happen. And then the IBF is not going to sit around and wait for the litigation process to complete. They're not going to do that. They're going to strip Ruiz because they made it clear that if this fight between Ruiz and Joshua, the rematch doesn't happen by December 7th, then Pulev, that title, Ruiz is going to get stripped. Okay? And then Pulev is going to end up fighting for that vacant title. And Joshua is ranked highly by the IBF. So he could possibly be mandated to fight Pulev for that vacant title. Now, if Hearn and Joshua does go for that, how does that make them look?
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I believe that they're not going down that route. Because if they really wanted to make it difficult as possible, they would have said, "Fine, we're going to put this in Cardiff." Yeah.
No, they're making it difficult now.
No, they're not making it easier. They're making it easier by pointing out. No, because by putting in Abu Dhabi, this is not home. This is not a home territory for Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's never fought in Abu Dhabi before.
Yeah, and he's not going to be. Hold on. And he's not going to be fighting in Abu Dhabi anyway. It's Saudi Arabia.
I mean, yeah, but you know what I'm talking. You know what I mean. He's not 40.
Yeah, but he has Joshua signed to the UAE, man. What are you talking about?
Huh?
He has signed to the UAE. He's very familiarized with that territory. What do you?
Joshua spent 6 months of the year in Dubai.
Yeah.
But like you said, Rebecca, it's not Saudi Arabia, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
you were trying to make that point on the UAE, right? And on your point, Dubai is in the UAE. And
That is
Saudi
true.
Arabia is a territory
Yeah,
of the
but-
UAE. No,
Yeah,
hold
but
on.
like, I go.
Learn the
to
maps
Miami,
first before you start
but
speaking.
Miami's not my hometown. You know what I mean? Like Anthony Joshua goes holiday to Miami, but it's not his hometown. Like it's different from going on holiday somewhere and that being your hometown where you're gonna
Well,
go
that's
home
the
back.
point.
There
And
it
they were
was.
Speaking of holidays, how was yours, man? You've been gone for 6 fucking years.
Yeah.
I've been gone for a minute. You know what I mean? But,
Andy Johnson's back though. Andy Johnson's back and you're back, innit? Coincidence.
no, man, this is May Pacquiao. This the topic of May Pacquiao.
Yeah, you're right. The Papa is Manny Pacquiao. What's
Yeah. Okay, real quickly. I want to give my 2 cents on that. I mean, look, money. Hey, Floyd needs to see it as a money grab. Go ahead. I mean, look, I don't advise him to fight in Saudi Arabia. I don't like it, but you know, if they agree on it, then that's on them. That's on them. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say.
Do you think it's trolling though? I don't know if it's an official, we can't really say.
Well, I'll just say one
the
thing.
money Mayweather don't play, man.
I'll say one thing. Trolling, mate. Nobody's trolling when you've got enough million on the table.
Yeah, but he was also saying he's gonna fight in the UFC ring, run around PACQUIAO, whatever.
Yeah.
Nah, he never said he was going to fight
Hold on.
UFC.
He never said he'd fight in the UFC. He said he'd fight in an MMA ring, and he technically did. But the other thing that he did say was that he was going to fight in Japan against a kickboxer, and everybody said that he was lying, and he did.
I'm not sure. I'm just
When it comes to
saying
money, Mayweather don't play around when it comes to money.
he's saying he's in talks. It looks like 90% is almost certain he's gonna fight. But I'm say he's also said in the past that he doesn't want to give Pacquiao a rematch. That's why I was surprised.
But money can change your mind. You know what I mean?
Because Pacquiao was making a lot of excuses after that fight. Like, I don't think Mayweather got the credit after that fight, which I think.
Saudi Arabia, man, the money can change your mind. You know, like he was happy to retire, but then Saudi Arabia throwing the money around. It's like,
Yeah.
How much money? Let's talk about how much money though. How much money?
It must be a lot, man. If AJ Ruiz is going there, then there must be more money for this fight.
They're saying that like AJ could be getting 60 million this fight. So and that.
Yo, what about a co-main event? Floyd Manny, AJ Ruiz, co-main event, Saudi Arabia. What's going on?
Nah, that's never happening.
That's not gonna happen. No.
That's impossible. Man, too much money.
Too much money, man.
That's a wicked card, though, isn't it?
They got it. They got that underneath the sofa, but come on now.
Nah, that's too many egos in one.
TV networks won't let it happen, EJ. TV networks won't let it happen. They can get 2 pay-per-views instead of just 1.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So
I'm just saying,
I don't think it'll happen,
I can
man.
do that.
Hey, he's going to Saudi Arabia if the fight gets made.
I don't want to go for the Joshua Ruiz fight. I've been before. Like, I don't think it's the way people make it out. Like,
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The sales pitch that Hearn and Omar Khalil, who's actually the organizer for the fight, by the way, their pitch is that if you do buy a ticket, you do get a visa grant. A visa's attached to that. So that's their sales pitch, which they, some people look at that and say, oh, okay, that sounds great. I get a visa with that? Cool. But purchase a ticket? But here's the problem with that.
How much the problem is tickets?
Yeah, exactly. I was going to get into that. First of all, the tickets are too fucking expensive. In the outdoor arena, which is, by the way, still in construction, the outdoor arena is supposed to be seating about 7 to 10,000, whatever. It's a small outdoor stadium, and it's only going to be accessible to maybe more of the elite particularly Saudi Arabia. What I mean by the elite is the wealthy elite who can afford the admissions and the cover charge.
That's true.
Yeah, that's going to be far for a boxing fan, and that's why they're very upset at this, because basically what you're doing is as a money grab. You're being greedy.
In Malaysia, yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was going to say, Malaysia for Pacquiao Matisse, I was looking at tickets and they were like 20 grand for like, I can't remember the city.
But you have to keep it real though. Like, if it was in the States, it'd be the same thing. Mayweather Pacquiao.
No.
20 grand, 20,000.
5K, 10K.
Oh, that was a super fight, man. That was a fight of the century fight.
The poorest person in that crowd was LeBron James. That was the poorest person in that audience.
Who said that? I think
Mayweather Pacquiao.
Yeah, Mayweather Pacquiao. The poorest
That's not true. That's not true.
That's not true.
The poorest person in that crowd was probably my mate.
Hey, you know what? There was one dude. The only way they can get in, they have to pretend that Floyd Mayweather's entourage, and they have the uniform. They snuck him, and they took pictures of all the.
Oh, I seen that.
That was the only
I seen that.
That's the only way they could have got in. And it was literally, and they sat next to. I forgot who they sat next to. I think it was Leonardo DiCaprio. Like when you're sitting in mid row with Leonardo DiCaprio, you know.
Was it the guy that thing back to the Justin Bieber, Leonardo DiCaprio? I can't remember someone else.
DiCaprio, you know what I mean? When you're sitting, it wasn't even in the VIP section. It was like that's how bad it was. When Leonardo DiCaprio can't get into the VIP section, then you know. Then what chance do we have?
No, but what about Ruiz Joshua? Because this fight's already happened. Like, maybe the fact that there's a possibility, money talks. I can see it happening again. I'm saying. But with Ruiz, what if Ruiz pulls out? Like, if people want to buy tickets, what happens then? Imagine people buy tickets and he doesn't want to travel to Saudi Arabia. The whole thing seems to me like a scandal at the moment. Like, it's nothing even. I don't even know what's going on because Ruiz said he doesn't want to fight in Saudi Arabia, but they've already announced they're going to fight them. So.
I think it's going to happen. I think all is coming down to it comes down to money, like everything. Everything always comes down to money. I think they've heard. What Eddie Hearn, I think Eddie Hearn is saying he's heard things about Saudi Arabia and they want assurances. I think what's happened is that they've heard how much money he's getting, and they're like, wait a minute, we want a little bit more.
I heard one of the coach, Ruiz said he doesn't want to travel there. He wants in Mexico and America. Oh, America.
No. He said recently.
Well, it could be both.
He's working to make this fight happen. So now he's changed his stance. Like he's working to make this fight happen, and they're talking at the moment. I personally think it comes down to money. Because I'm gonna say if it's true that Anthony Joshua's getting 60 million for this fight,
60 million, bro.
And Ruiz is only getting 6 to 9 million, then he's thinking, wait a minute.
Yo, bro. Ho. Is that how much AJ's getting? He's only getting, now that's a robbery, bro. But yeah, hey.
That's like an 80-20 split right there. But this is what I mean. A champion getting 20% and the fucking challenger getting 80%. Well, how's that even fucking fair?
No, you know what? Shea Mosley, when Shea Mosley fought Oscar De La Hoya, they were going to do the third fight. That's what Oscar De La Hoya was going to do to Shea Mosley. And Shea said, now, that's why he went and fought Winky Wright, but.
Yeah, exactly. And the moral thing is, here's the thing. Winky Wright, and I always bring this up. Winky Wright in the first fight when he fought Shane got 70-30 split, right? Winky got 30 and Shane got 70. In a rematch, it was a 50-50 split because that's when Winky was able to dictate the terms because he went in there as the undisputed champion.
Yeah. No, but does that really matter though? What if Pulev beat Joshua? Does Pulev deserve the bigger place in a rematch? Like,
it does. Because he's a champion.
The ones on the A side, what they've done with the business side of this now in boxing, like some of the guys are so bigger, like A side, that they just don't in the B side. I don't agree with it.
It comes down to this: you get what you negotiate. These contracts, people don't understand. When you're the champion, you get these contracts. What you get.
Hold on, if you're negotiating, then how do you mean if you're negotiating? Then that don't make sense when you said that Ruiz had to agree to all the stipulations. You said you can't.
Yeah, exactly. That's my whole point. How can you agree to all these terms in the first fight when the first fight got made? For the rematch, that's never happened before. The only thing that's been done is.
Of course, that happened. Why do you think Dillian White did the quick fight as we?
Wait. Edno. Hold on.
That's true. Dillian White said in the rematch Josh was going to get more money or something.
Yeah, exactly. For the rematch, the first fight didn't even happen yet.
Well, yeah, that's my whole
point.
What I'm trying to say is, Edno. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is that it's never been done before, where a guy has to sign on to a fight while negotiating a rematch contract. While doing the first fight. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm sure Mayweather used to do something similar. I'm sure Mayweather used to do something.
Y'all found Edno, man?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm here. What?
No problem.
Hey, Zone, we're live, by the way. Yeah, we're live. Not on this hangout, but we're live on stream thingy, StreamYard, whatever. But hey,
StreamYard.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, but it happened when Deontay Wilder fought Dominic Brazil. There's a rematch clause. It's all when the champion is negotiating with a voluntary or mandatory. The only way that there's no rematch clause is if it goes to first bid. But if it doesn't go to first bid and then negotiate the fight out of a first bid, then a rematch clause is always
that's true.
Well, look, there's no points. Nobody's arguing that there's no rematch clauses. What I'm arguing is that I never heard of a person who's trying to dictate terms for the first fight, trying to dictate a term ahead before the second fight's even being made. That's all.
Of course you do. Why would you not?
That's the whole point. I know Hearn is doing that. That's why here's the thing. Hearn has been doing that. That's the reason why these fighters are turning it down, because it's like, why the fuck you trying to dictate terms for the second fight before the first fight begins?
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
That's true.
But did Mayweather used to do that as well?
No. Mayweather done it like if I feel like you get a rematch, you get it. But you weren't.
No, but Mayweather used to put it in the contract. Shane Mosley was even saying, and many others.
What do you say? What do they say?
In the contract, they have to agree that if they beat Mayweather, they have to give him a rematch. So sign that off.
But that's all right though. That's all right though, because you're making millions. But what he's trying to say is that, and this is what comes down to the contract.
Oh, right? You're talking about the places for the rematch.
Yeah. We're talking about,
I don't know.
But we're talking about the prices.
If Mayweather did have a rematch,
but that's all.
Now
we're talking about Eddie Hearn lowballing you Eddie Hearn lowballing you in the first fight and lowballing you in the rematch. That's what we're saying.
Oh, I wouldn't see lowball, but he's already.
Yeah, but the point is that
when Eddie Hearn is like, it's your biggest ever payday. That's his whole thing, right? Because he gives you 1 million more than you've been earning in your whole career. That's your biggest ever payday. That's a liberty, you know. I mean, because you earn
it might be a liberty, but we had no negotiation power at that point. He was a nobody.
That's true. That is true.
No,
it wasn't like Ruiz was like, oh, I'm the champion. You can't give me 3 million. You have to give me this.
Well, Dillian was saying that.
He just fought Dillian like a few months ago.
Ruiz agreed. Another thing.
Fight for what? Since 2018 before that. He had no power.
That's true. But Ruiz agreed to a 3-fight deal as well. I read that Ruiz signed a deal with Eddie Hearn that Hearn will promote if he beats Joshua, the rematch and another fight after.
The promotional rights deal. See, this is what Eddie Hearn does this shit all the time with all his fighters. You see, to me, that shows he doesn't really have confidence in his fighters coming through fights. I'll use Ricky Burns and Julius Ndongo, for example. This is the exact same shit he did with Ndongo. He put in the contract when Ndongo and the Burns unification fight got made a couple of years ago, is that if Ndongo beats Burns, I have promotional rights for his next few fights, and that's exactly what happened.
Is that what Donkey used to do?
Yeah, Donkey used to do that as well. Yeah. But Byron does that as well, though.
Out Andy Ruiz's contract.
Everyone.
What did you say?
And Andy Ruiz got his contract bought out. Howard Hagen bought his contract out.
Yeah.
So he couldn't afford to buy out his contract.
Okay.
Before the fight was actually, and Andy Ruiz said that himself and his man and his trainer.
Yeah, it's a good look. It's a good look. Hey, but the thing is, people don't like Eddie Hearn. People don't like Eddie Hearn right now.
Don't be surprised.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if in a few months' time, if Andy Ruiz wins or loses, they make an announcement saying there's a new heavyweight part of the promotional team, and it's Andy Ruiz.
You're going too far.
You're going too far. It could happen, but we ain't seen that happen right now. But
no, man.
Go ahead, EJ. You want to?
I was gonna say no one likes Eddie Hearn right now. He's like the bad guy. He's talking shit, and the Americans ain't got no love for him. So you ain't gonna get no love from the Americans. And in terms of what's
his job is
that's it. You ain't get no love, man. You ain't get no love from the Americans, none, bro.
I think. I think Eddie Hearn
loses the rematch. If Joshua loses the rematch, I could see him going out. Everyone is turning on him. I don't think it should take this long for people to start figuring it out. Like now that the rematch is in Saudi Arabia, they'll start saying he cares about the money more. I could have told a lot of these people before. Like I think some of these casuals have not really been paying attention to what he's been doing.
No, I know, but like let's not pretend this is not only Eddie Hearn that's caring about the money.
In the UK, man, come on, in the UK, he's the worst.
All promoters, that's their job. That's all their promoters' job to care about the money. Like, let's not get it twisted, guys. This rematch has yet been official yet because we still got to get Ruiz a sign on it. That's the problem.
I told you next time. I told you next time.
Wait, hold up, YG, hold up. Well, let me ask that. How do you know that he signed on it? How do you know?
Because the rematch.
Nah, he signed the agreement to.
He only signed on the rematch clause. He signed on the rematch clause, but he didn't. You have to understand, he signed on the rematch clause. When the rematch clause gets exercised, a new contract gets renegotiated. Drafted, bro. He has to sign on the new contract. How do you know that he signed on the new contract? How do you know that?
Because no need is on the first contract.
How do you know that? Okay.
No, he might
Think about it logically.
he might have signed for it, but I don't think they included the location.
That might be the only thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be the only thing that they didn't include.
Think about it from a law perspective, yeah? Let's see, it's very popular there, he does law, innit? But look, think about it from a law perspective, yeah? You let Andrew Reid sign a contract with a rematch clause. Now, part of that rematch clause means that if Andrew Reid wins, for the rematch to take place, he has to sign another contract.
Right.
Who would be stupid enough to do a contract that says that if Andrew Reid wins, he has to sign another contract?
It's done all the time, bro.
Same as Rockman and Lewis.
Yeah, same Rockman. They have to do that too. Rockman and Lewis. Only thing Lewis had in that first fight going in is that he had a right to exercise a rematch clause, which he did. Then a new contract got drafted, but that process took a little bit longer because Rockman tried to get out,
and people learned their lesson. They done a high bad contract. This is why.
Well, here's
what it is. I think in the rematch. No. One second. Yo, in the rematch, Hearn put out that Ruiz is guaranteed. I can't remember something. So Ruiz signed off to that, and Hearn is trying to. Yeah, that's what Hearn is trying to do. He doesn't want to offer him more money than whatever he agreed to.
Two things real quick. My first one you call this because I was about to say something about Eddie Hearn, but then I just heard him say something about McGregor. About him going to law school. What law school McGregor went to?
I don't know if he went to law school, but I think.
Well, he studied the law though. I mean,
he studied law.
He
looked up law, or he went to school for law.
Well, I think he looked up the law.
I think he said something a while ago that he was doing something with law.
Why does it matter? You don't have to.
Everything he said before the Cali interview was absolutely great.
Here we go.
All that stuff pre that.
Let's not go there. Cool.
Yeah, let's not go there, brother. But go ahead, say what you want to say.
But two, when y'all saying what you call it, Eddie's done. Eddie not done. Y'all forgot that Eddie signed Devin Haney. Like he already got a new crop of young stars coming up that he's about to really start promoting.
Like people.
Even if Joshua and them wash out, Joshua and Dillian White and who he had Maurice Hooker lose. Like he still got a whole set of young fighters coming up.
He's right.
That he's gonna promote.
Yeah,
So
he's right. And they're gonna get their ass whipped as well. That's they let you know. That's what I'm saying.
So name you one guy, Devin Haney division that's gonna be.
No, not Devin Haney. I'm not saying YG, but what I'm saying is, by the way, YG, we're live, by the way, yeah, right? What I'm saying is, that anytime Eddie Hearn says anything, all of these fighters, if you look at all the UK fighters, right? He's signed, they've been getting the ass whipped. They've been getting the ass whipped, left, right, and center, bro. They've been getting the ass whipped, bro. I'm from the UK. I'm telling you.
When you talk like that, thing,
when's the last time we got a W? When's the last time we got when's the last time we got a W against Americans?
On the Joshua card, they all lost, man. I'm pretty sure. They got like 2 games.
But I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm not arguing with you about it.
Luke Cameron's gonna get his ass whipped.
That's why y'all need to be paying y'all efforts behind y'all now.
That's why all the young fighters.
None of you guys over there is rooting for y'all. Y'all gonna wait.
No. That's Frank Warren though. YG, that's Frank Warren. We're talking about Eddie Hearn. That's Frank Warren. That's different.
That's different from
but you were saying.
Yeah, you Eddie Hearn. Yeah, Eddie Hearn. Yeah, YG, Eddie Hearn, right? I'm Eddie Hearn. Not Frank Warren.
Not Frank Warren. Frank Warren.
Yeah. What's that?
Well, Eddie Hearn is signing all American, so.
No, but I'm talking about the UK.
Are you saying, are you implying that Eddie Hearn is going to more likely jump the UK market and focus on the US? From what you're saying,
he already has.
That could be a downfall to Joshua.
I think Joshua ain't fought in the UK this year.
And I blame him for that, man. He should have been fighting.
Fighters are all fighting all in the States now. Who's fighting in Chicago? I mean,
that's
why
true.
Why did they go from Wembley to That was a disastrous American
And now they're
team.
fighting in Saudi Arabia. Like,
He had Wembley booked for 2 days in September and April.
No, Edge, let me ask you a question, yeah? What do you think about AJ saying Lennox Lewis is a clown?
What's that?
What do you think about AJ saying Lennox Lewis is a clown?
Look, man, Anthony Joshua's got a right to say how he feels, man. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, I'm a big fan of Lennox Lewis, but I can understand where Anthony Joshua's coming from. If you're calling, if I got respect for Lennox Lewis, but if he calls me a coward, I'm like,
nah, he didn't call him a coward. Where did Lennox Lewis say that? When did he say that?
Yeah. He said in an interview on Fox. He said he was.
No, he didn't call him a coward. He never uttered the word Anthony Joshua's a coward. He never said that. The only thing Lennox Lewis said, the only thing he said is that I don't understand why Joshua is not keen on fighting Deontay Wilder. That's all.
He said he's scared or something.
Come on, no.
Nah, he said he was scared. He didn't say coward.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, he didn't say, he never called him a coward. He never said that. He just, the only thing Lennox Lewis even clarified himself, the only thing I criticized him for the way he handled the Wilder negotiation, him and his team. That's the only thing Lennox Lewis said.
He said it in the Fox. This is why I think, because I said he said it in the Fox interview, and he said that, what was it?
No, that wasn't the only thing.
He's getting, Eddie Hearn is protecting him.
No, that wasn't the only thing. He also called him out after the Charles Martin fight. He said that Charles Martin was. He's actually been criticizing Joshua for a while. Whether we agree or not.
It's been going on for a long time, like, and I think this is where it comes down. That's what I think it comes down to, and I think this is why Anthony Joshua's pissed. If it was like, I think. Well,
I think Eddie Hearn is pissed. I think Eddie Hearn told him to say that because Eddie Hearn does not like Lennox Lewis. Let's be real. I think he was put up to.
I think this has come from Anthony Joshua himself.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
That might be true. Some people say Joshua.
If I was in AJ's position, I'd be saying the same thing. Because if you take talking, at the end of the day, like Lennox Lewis is my favorite heavyweight boxers. But at the end of the day, he's talking greasy like the way he's talking greasy like Anthony Joshua. I'd be like, hey.
No, but him and Fury were going back and forth as well.
Can I say something, man? Here's where I find a little bit of a double standing here. When Mike Tyson kept coming at Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder it was defending himself against Mike Tyson, a lot of guys were going after Deontay, and I did too. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it impartial here. A lot of people came at Deontay Wilder for attacking Mike Tyson and his accomplishments and say, "Hey, man, that's not fucking right to do that." Okay, Mike Tyson is a legend. He has a right to say how he feels about you. If he feels that if he feels that you're not doing certain things the right way, he has a right to call you out on that. That's what I said, and that's what other people who are defending Tyson in that situation said when Deontay Wilder attacked him. Well, now when Lennox Lewis does the same shit, and then Anthony Joshua attacks him, and everybody's coming after Lennox Lewis saying, "No,
that's different. Let
me finish. Those who criticize Wilder are coming out here defending Joshua in this situation.
Wilder said he knocked him out with the right hand.
I never criticized.
Joshua didn't see it. He knocked
Lewis out. Yeah, it's still kind of a little bit.
But did Joshua mention his career or accomplishments?
Well, he called him a clown. And he said somewhere about watch my legacy or something about I'm gonna watch my legacy unfold or some shit like that. I think to me when he said something about legacy, that kind of like took a dig at Lennox Lewis's accomplishments in my view. All right,
I think he was trying to say that he's building his legacy.
He said he's building his legacy.
Since Lewis,
when my legacy is done, I'm gonna stand back and let the youngins come up. Or where Lennox Lewis is not, he feels like Lennox Lewis is jealous of what he's accomplished. And I think
why does Lennox Lewis need to be jealous of him? Why does he need to be jealous? That's not true, bro.
He might be jealous of his like the fans.
I'm not saying it's true. I'm saying this is what he thinks. But
all right, I'll tell you one thing. Bottom line is that the bottom line is that Anthony Joshua will never be greater than Lennox Lewis. Let's cut that out right now. You'll never let that man go. I'm just telling you that right now. We never know.
It's not over yet.
It's not over yet.
Come on, don't go there. Come on.
He could beat Andy Ruiz, and then he could fight beat Deontay Wilder and beat Tyson Fury. And
that's all you think those wins will make it. Wait, hold up. Let me ask you this. Even if he does somehow, some way overcomes the challenges that he's trying to overcome right now. Let's say he beats Ruiz, let's say he beats Fury, let's say he beats Wilder. Let's say he beats those guys. Does that still stack up to what Lennox Lewis has done and who he's fought, who he beat? No, it doesn't. No. All right, let me go down the list. Hold up. Let's talk about this right now. Let's go down the list of who Lennox Lewis beat. Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. Hold on. Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, Vitaly Klitschko, a prime Vitaly Klitschko, by the way, at the end of his career. David Tua, Shannon Briggs, Tommy Morrison, Tony Tucker, Razor Ruddock. I mean, do I need to keep going on here, Edge? I mean, seriously.
No. Nah, that Klitschko fight was suspect though.
Wait, hold on, YG. Did you say that fight? Wait, hold on. Let me talk to YG real quickly.
He beat the better.
Wait, YG. Wait.
I'm not going to go back. All I'm saying is that Anthony Joshua's legacy is not finished yet. Who knows what other heavyweights will come out and woodwork?
He's a rubbish hero, man. You can't compare.
You never know.
Wait, hold on. Let me address YG real quickly. YG, did you say that the Lewis and Klitschko fight was suspect?
That's
Why was it suspect?
That's the one when Klitschko's eyebrows got headbutted and split.
Nah, it wasn't headbutt. Nah, it wasn't headbutt. Nah, it wasn't headbutt, YG. It was a punch, man. It was a punch.
Did you not watch that fight? Lewis
It was a punch.
with a straight
right, straight right, man.
He
Straight
choked
right.
him up badly.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But they stopped the fight, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, it was a punch.
Not only damaged his eye, he damaged his underneath his teeth too. So Vitaly had a
what?
fight. He had a horrible fight.
He gave him two different cuts.
Nah.
By punches. They were not headbutts.
It's by punches, bro. By punches, man. That's not suspect, bro.
That's not suspect.
That was a better win than Joshua's win over Vladimir.
It was suspect because they stopped it when Klitschko.
Of course they have to stop it because look, Klitschko was.
Hold on.
Okay.
They stopped it when Klitschko started getting some momentum.
No, YG, he wasn't. Nah, YG. Nah, you ain't see the fight, YG. Nah, YG, you ain't see the fight. No, he didn't. No, he didn't, man. Lennox Lewis was putting hands on him, bro. Lennox Lewis. They stopped in the corner. Reason why they stopped it because he was putting hands on him. First off, yeah, he had a cut not only above the eye, underneath the eye, and then he cut on the other side of his face and the other. And what it is, yeah, he was up on weights. It was up 1 minute, YG. 1 minute, YG. He was up on 1 minute, YG. He was up on the scorecards, yeah. And they had him because the early rounds because Lewis, yeah, he was supposed to fight someone else, right? And they had him as a late replacement. The same thing like Anthony Joshua, but Lewis had to deal with that. He wasn't in tremendous shape, but he was in good enough shape. He was putting hands on Klitschko, bro. Uppercutting. Klitschko was doing all right, but at that time when he stopped him, when they stopped, YG. Well, let me see what I'm saying. When at the time when they stopped the fight, they knew already at that point, yeah, that if he goes any, he's gonna lose the eye. That's why they stopped the fight, and Lennox won the fight. That's why it got stopped, bro. Go ahead.
And then they couldn't go after the rematch.
He don't deserve a rematch though because Lennox gave it. He don't deserve it. It was voluntary. It was a voluntary. It was a voluntary. It was a voluntary. He was supposed to fight someone else. He came at short notice. He don't deserve the rematch. Lennox's legacy was stopped after Mike Tyson. He was looking to retire, but he said, "I'll probably have one more fight against a Canadian guy." That's who he was going to fight. Kurt Johnson. Kurt Johnson, he was Canadian. He was going to give it. Lennox was going to give him a payday, and he got that. And what they did, they brought him in. Klitschko knew he was fighting Lennox Lewis all the while, and he was training for Lennox Lewis, and he still couldn't do shit. Lennox put hands on him, and Lennox wasn't even in shape. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't deserve no rematch.
No, he beat a better Klitschko than Joshua.
Yeah, he beat a prime Klitschko, bro. He busted him up, man. Busted his ass up. But that was a good fight, though. That was a great fight.
Wait a minute. You say you beat the better Klitschko, but what?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. Vitaly's better than Vladimir. Vitaly's better than Vladimir, bro. Come on, man. Everyone knows that, bro. Don't mess around, YG. Not YG. Edge. Don't mess around.
He was more accomplished, bro. Vitaly was the better fighter.
Yeah.
No, but one guy took 4 years off.
That's
Vladimir got knocked out 3 times.
Come on, man.
How you join the new call?
What do you mean? We're here ready. What do you mean?
Like what you got? We got to download StreamYard.
No, you just press the link. We're on it now. We don't need to. You don't need to be.
Because I couldn't join that shit the other day.
Yeah, because it was packed. There was too many people in there. Anyway, what we saying, man?
It's only a certain amount.
Yeah. It's not like this. This not like we can have as many on this. Yeah, only six. So
How you doing to know that? I don't get it. How you...
now you have to pay. You have to pay extra. Let's go on, YG.
From now on, you can only invite 4 people.
No, six. No, six. There was 6. It was rammed up. Like,
but let me just say this real quickly. First of all, about Vitaly deserving a rematch and all that. Maybe he did, maybe he did. But the fact is that Lennox Lewis was at the end of his career. He had nothing left to prove. Okay,
Nope.
He beat all the guys he could beat there. He cleaned out the division. He was third. Lennox was nearly 38 years old going
Yeah.
into that fight, so he had nothing left to prove. He did what he did.
Hey, look, look.
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis is a legend. I'm not going to dissect his record. We know that was legend.
It's not just a legend. He's arguably the top one anyway.
Yeah, he could be top 10.
Lennox is a legend. The fact is the matter is that Anthony Joshua got the right to feel how he feels. If he feels
He ain't gonna be better than Lennox Lewis though. He a Hall of Famer though. He can be a Hall of Famer, but he's not gonna surpass what Lennox Lewis does. Hey, let's talk about the lucky punch. So AJ says it's a lucky punch from the gods. Let's talk about that.
yeah, all the lucky punch.
Edge, come on.
What is lucky?
That's what he said. That's
the punch in the back of the head was lucky.
no, it wasn't the back of the head. It wasn't the back of the head, man.
The punch in the back of the head was lucky. Come on.
That was not a back of the head punch. It was a temple shot.
No rubbish.
This guy, bro. This guy is deep, bro.
Yeah, he caused it.
Yeah, EJ. Put your hate for AJ in your head aside.
Yo, EJ doesn't hate.
Everyone.
Leave now. He knows why. Don't worry about it. He's playing.
If that punch in AJ's back of the head, who would have won that fight?
What do you mean?
That doesn't mean it was a lucky punch.
Yeah, okay.
It's just funny, man.
Well, I mean, goddamn, it took 4 lucky. Hey, hold up. Okay, so 4 lucky punches put down Anthony Johnson, right? 4 lucky punches.
He let the truth out. Anthony Joshua would have won that fight. Go on, say. You know,
That's opinion. That's not a fact. That's
You're
opinion.
delusional, man. Yo,
would have won.
yo, how? When your guy was tired.
Your guy.
Joshua looked bad. Even though he might.
When your guy spit out his
Before the knockdown.
your guy spit out his mouthpiece.
On the ground. What part of bad is that? Look.
Before that was like a flash. Good knockdown. That was perfect timing. But before that, his upper body.
Look, when did he look bad?
He was all over.
When he
looked like he was gassing.
when he started showing his mouthpiece and he started gasping for air. Then after that, he spit his mouthpiece out.
In round 1 or 2 as well.
Yeah, so that was in the 5th, 6th round.
No, round 1 or 2.
No, he was showing his mouthpiece.
No,
in
we all saw the
third,
fight.
fourth round.
We all saw the fight. We all saw the fight. Edge is
In the
displayed.
3rd round,
Come on, man.
down.
Edge.
Second and third.
Hey, what's your definition of a lucky punch?
A lucky punch is when you're swinging and you're hoping for the best, and
Is
then you just happen to connect.
What if that's the case? That's what your guy did.
Yeah.
Your guy stepped in, threw 3 punches, knocked him down. He looked at just as shocked as Louise did when Louise started off. Yeah.
I can't even get over you saying Manny Garfield going to be suspense.
Nah, don't bring that one up. Don't bring that one up.
I still showed up. You didn't. Your guy lost and we didn't speak to you for months.
Yes, thank you, YG. Thank you.
I got one. All right, I got one fight wrong. How many fights wrong you got this year?
Okay, yeah, exactly. YG's on your neck.
Let's get on there.
Yeah, YG's on your neck,
If I
bro.
want to go fight for fight, like I know you got a couple fights wrong. Cause you've been going for all the Eddie Hearn fighters, and all of them been losing. So I know you on a losing streak.
You learned your lesson when you picked the dwarf to beat Errol Spence. You learned your lesson.
All right, so no, I'm not. No, I don't pick favorites. J-Rock wasn't a favorite over
He
Hearn.
called Mikey Garcia dwarf. What the fuck?
I know that was funny. That was mad.
Edge is deep,
That
bro.
was mad funny.
Edge is deep, bro. Edge, that one's played out now, but you disappeared for fucking months, bro. I don't care. And why? Even if YG disappeared for a week or whatever, and it wasn't probably that long, but you disappeared for months, bro. You was ghost.
I was still on there.
Oh my! Where was you, bro? We know, bro. You only AJ's come back now. You popped your head back out of the hole, the rabbit hole. Come on.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. And let's talk about AJ. Let's talk about AJ's other comments, right? So he says a lucky punch, yeah. And then did you see the interview yesterday? The live interview yesterday on with that woman Woods, whatever her name is. It was on Sky Sports. You saw it, right?
Yeah, I saw some of it.
What's some of the stuff he said? Do you agree with some of the stuff he was coming out of his mouth? Like he said some real like suspect stuff, you know. Like him and Lennox Lewis ain't cut from the same cloth. I mean, I already addressed that, but I'm just saying, you know. It's a bit deep, though. That was a bit deep.
Look. I think when at the end of the day, that's how he feels, man. Do I agree with it? I think the problem is what to do. Like about what
Spencer
I've
Field
been
already tried.
about what I've been
Right.
saying. I think Lennox Lewis needs to be Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua needs to be Lennox Lewis because Lennox Lewis has been saying some stuff to Anthony Joshua when he
Wait, did you just say Anthony Joshua beats Lennox Lewis? Did you just say that?
Huh?
Did you just?
Let's
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He didn't.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Because Lennox Lewis needs to talk to South Anthony Joshua. It doesn't have to be the other way around because he's been saying stuff which has been suspect in regards to.
Well, wait, hold up. Lennox has been on just saying that. He said, look, if you need some advice, reach out to me. I'm willing to help you. Why hasn't Joshua done that? He's done that.
Why is he going to help someone that he called a clown? That doesn't make no sense. Like, don't come.
Wait, let's call Anthony Joshua a clown. Is that what you're saying?
He's my agent. He's my agent. Yeah, it's true. Hey, yeah, it's hard.
Don't care. He shouldn't get help of Lewis, man. Lewis and Price tried working together. I think you need more time. You can't just do this all of a sudden.
Nah, the whole
good fighter doesn't make you a good trainer.
Yeah, that's right.
Nah, the whole thing. No, he don't want to be. He wanted to be a divider.
Right, but you know what though? You gotta give Lewis credit for something though, because if you're talking about he not being a good trainer and not a good coach in a way. Well, here's the thing. He taught Deontay Wilder how to use the proper jab and how to use the distance to control distance with your jab. He taught Deontay Wilder that. And why you think he thinks?
I'm not saying he's not a good trainer, but I'm saying in general, on the whole, because you're a good fighter doesn't make you a good trainer because it's different.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I don't mean that Lennox Lewis is. I'm not saying Lennox Lewis is a bad trainer, but at the same time, he did train David Price.
Well, he trained Deontay Wilder too. Look how Deontay Wilder's become so far. He didn't train him, but he coached him. He taught him.
No, but he should have lost the Fury though.
Listen,
He's lost the Fury, but that's another story anyway.
the main thing with Joshua and Lewis has to respect too is that when Lewis made those comments about Joshua took it extra personal because he already was getting heat from the Americans. So when the Englishman commented on his career, he took it more personal than he would usually. Like that was the main conflict. So those
it's not because the English. It's not because in English. It's because he.
It's not just that. He told his trainer. He told his trainer.
When you look up to someone, Lennox Lewis, who you feel like he's your idol, he's someone that you looked up to, and he's someone that you respected. But talking disrespectful towards you, then it's going to be more hurt.
But what you said about
he made. No, hold on. First of all. If you're like, it's the same thing that happens in every sport. A person retires, they become an analyst. Now they have to talk about the next generation, right? So when they do that, hold on. But when they do that, sometimes people take things personally. Like he took it personal when what you call told him like, yo, he didn't handle the Wilder fight correctly. Like,
Fury as well.
But that's different though. Like because the reason why he's upset with Lennox Lewis not because of. If Lennox Lewis said, "Oh, I don't think he's the best heavyweight out there. I think Deontay Wilder's the best or whatever," so he might be pissed off. But hey, that's just an opinion. Do you know what I mean?
But him and Fury will also argue. So it's either Lewis doesn't.
Their own opinion. Do you know what I mean?
It's either Lewis is overcritical.
If you start saying, "Oh yeah, is that Joshua? He don't want to fight Wilder. Is Joshua the one that's really ducking this fight, man? Is Wilder's the real one? And do you know what I mean? Is his team is getting protected? You know what I mean? He don't really want. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just his opinion. He's not like
we already know though. We know that Eddie Hearn and them did not want to put any.
No, but it's bullshit though. But we know that's bullshit.
How is bullshit?
I mean, that's bullshit. Was the Lennox Lewis in the?
Well, Angela, let me ask you a question. I noticed something too. I'm not sure if you noticed too since you've been away. They still, even though they're still focused on the Ruiz rematch and all that, they're still talking about other potential fighters. Why they haven't talked about Wilder? Why is that?
They don't want that fight.
Wait. Who has talked about Wilder?
I'm saying particularly Hearn, not Joshua, because Joshua hasn't done much speaking, but more Eddie Hearn on more so, right? They still focus on he's focused on the Ruiz rematch. Fair enough, cool. They seem to talk about other fighters other than Wilder. Why is that?
That's not going to happen.
Because Wilder before the Ruiz fight already announced got 2 fights lined up. So why are they going to put?
The problem was before the Ruiz fight. My point is after the Ruiz fight, they're still talking about other fighters other than him. Why?
He just got knocked out.
He's not interested in fighting Anthony Joshua. If he was interested in fighting Joshua, he you want to be announcing 2 fights back to back.
Ortiz and Fury, what was it? Ortiz and Fury rematch, innit? Was
Yeah,
it the
he
2
announced
rematch?
it before even the rematch happened.
Wait, Wilder said the fight was going to happen after the rematch. He said that too. You guys didn't miss that though, right? He did say that.
No.
He did say that. He did say that fight was going to happen after those rematches.
That's like next year. That's over
Yeah,
a
I was
year.
going to be for next year. He did say that. He did say that.
Why would you talk about a fight that's like over a year?
Common sense.
Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. Here's what you know. You're nice about that. Go ahead. I'll go ahead and finish up, and I'll come back. Go ahead.
Okay. He went to the zone. He got for 120 million.
Why did he change it? 100 million. What?
He turned it down. He turned it down, and he made some bullshit excuse. Yeah.
Okay, he turned it down. What though? He didn't accept the money.
Anything with manager said that I'm not going to accept this offer now because down the line, this offer will be more down the line.
Exactly, and going to next year. So basically,
I don't think it's true.
Well, here's the thing, though. I was let me ask you this: you think he signed on to the deal? Hold up. You think he signed on to the deal? Okay.
So then, when the refight happened, if Deontay Wilder really wanted the Anthony Joshua fight, which was there for him on the plate, it was offered, he could have at least waited until the refight happened, tried to negotiate.
Well, that was going to be the problem. I was going to get into that. Because here's the thing. Wilder had agreed to it. If Wilder had agreed to it, they would still have gotten the inner fight in between. Wilder would not have gotten the Joshua fight immediately. Well, Wilder would have hold up. Let me finish. He would have to get past Brazil, which Wilder ultimately done, and Joshua would have to get past Ruiz. And if Joshua did not get past Ruiz, and then Wilder would be stuck in a fucking contract without the Joshua fight.
Wait.
No. Because that's not how the contract
what's
works.
the Edge? Wait. Was the Ruiz? One sec. Was the Ruiz fight signed when he turned down the deal?
No, it wasn't. It was a Miller fight.
The point is,
if he signed, that's what I'm trying to say.
No, but that's the point. The point is that if Deontay Wilder would agree to that fight, it's like, for example, the same agreement that Deontay Wilder could have done with Joshua, he's done with Tyson Fury. Exactly the same situation.
Well, that's not the same situation. Wait, that makes no sense. My whole point is,
he's already agreed to fight Ruiz, fight Luis Ortiz, and then afterwards he's already agreed to fight Tyson Fury. That's all.
What do you mean? I don't get.
So that means that both of them are going to have warm-up fights. He's fighting
right. Yeah, but he wouldn't have had to fight on a different network.
Yeah, they have to find a different network, number one, and number two, wait, hold up, Enzo. According to the agreement that we learned, according to the agreement that we all learned, that we all have previous information to as we speak, right? That Wilder and Joshua were going to get one inner fight if Wilder had agreed to the deal. One inner fight, and then after if they both were successful in their inner fights, they get they're going to fight each other right after.
That's the truth. Waldo's guaranteed the fight. No, actually, Waldo's guaranteed the rematch even if he lost.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to get into that. Ahmed. If the first fight, if Wilder had lost or Joshua lost, vice versa. If either one of them lost their fight between each other, both of them were guaranteed their rematches between the two.
No,
so
but the fight was.
My point is that Joshua had lost the fucking fight. He lost his inner fight. He lost his inner fight. So how does the Wilder's locked into his own deal now? So he has nowhere else to go.
No, he's not locked into his own deal.
Yeah,
It's a two-fight deal.
It's a three-fight deal.
What? Okay, look. Think about this for a second. Let's say that Deontay Wilder signed the deal. He went and beat Dominic Brazil. Anthony Joshua lost to Andrew Ruiz. So what? Do you think that, okay, Anthony Joshua's going to say, okay, you go and keep the title, Ruiz. I'm going to go fight Deontay Wilder at the end of the year. That's not what they signed up for.
Exactly. See, you just proved their point. That if you would have signed the contract. No, you proved their point. That if Wilder would have signed the contract and then Joshua would have lost, he would have been stuck in the contract.
But that doesn't make it right. How do
we be stuck in a contract? That's the whole point. The fight. You guys not understanding how fight contracts work.
Yeah, well, how do you know how fight contracts work? You educated us.
Because Eddie Hearn let him look over the contract.
Listen, you guys are understanding. When Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder first fought, it was dependent on Tyson Fury being PNSer. If Tyson Fury lost to PNSer, the Wilder fight
Same thing. You're proving my point. You're proving my point, bro.
Hey, you're missing the point. Let me see this. One sec. Let me. No, wait. How? One sec. No, one sec. Let me just see this. Look, how could anyone say that Wilder knew what was going to happen? If Wilder agreed to fight him, we wouldn't have criticized because he would have done his part. Then people would have been blaming Joshua for losing to Ruiz. At the moment, I think both of them blame.
Okay. Has anyone in boxing signed a similar deal to what Deontay Wilder turned down before?
Yeah, he did. Vander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, back in 1989.
Okay.
They did that.
Okay.
Andre did that 2 years ago. 3 years ago.
Hold on, Kovalev.
They did that.
Who else signed a similar deal for that?
They had They had a 3-fight deal. Warren was coming up 168, 175, and he was renewing his contract with HBO. The stipulation was for him to get the dollars that he was looking for, he had to agree to a Sergey Kovalev fight. And Warren asked for that in return, said, you know what? I need 2 more fights in between before I fight Kovalev. So Kathy Duva and May Events were involved in that negotiation process, and they all agreed to that deal. Kovalev gets 2
Okay. So now you cleared that up now. Everybody understands what he just said, right? So Kovalev has to agree to that same thing as well, right? Because obviously Ward is going to fight Kovalev, right? So let's say that Andre Ward lost one of those 2
Sullivan.
Yeah, if they lost one of their 2 before that fight, then what's Kovalev going to do? You think he's just stuck into a deal and he can't fight nobody else?
Well, first of all, Kovalev already had a pre-existing deal with HBO. Wait, no, he had a pre-existing deal with HBO. Wilder never had a pre-existing deal with the Zone. You're conflicting 2 different things, bro. Okay. You said it backwards, bro.
No. The deal was not for Deontay Wilder to be on the Zone fighter.
Yes, he was. That was the deal. What? Okay, if it's not, hold up. If it was not his plan to be the Zone fighter, why was it a multi-fight deal then? It's a multi-fight deal, bro. 3-fight deal. Oh my God.
It was a 3-fight.
And you are stuck.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
He agreed to fight. No, the deal was him agreeing to fight on his own for 3 fights. Was it 3 fights or 2 fights?
Yes.
3 fights.
3 fights, depending on if he wins. It wasn't for him to be his own fighter. That's a complete.
It was? Oh, Jesus Christ.
The deal wasn't for him to be his
He
own
was being
fighter.
offered 100 million. Why would they offer him 100 million for 3 fights for him not to fight in the Zone? You don't make sense.
Hey,
Come on.
No, he's going to fight. No. There's a difference between fighting with the Zone and being a Zone fighter. Remember, Ramirez.
Oh, that makes no sense, bro. Wait, much money that brings in that.
All right, wait. Are you trying to say he was being paid by 1 fight per fight? Are you trying to say?
Ramirez took on the Zone. Is Ramirez?
One second.
Lomachenko is fighting on Sky Sports.
No. Wilder was guaranteed 20 million to fight Brazil.
Lomachenko is the Zone fight.
The moving goalposts. Look, Wilder was he guaranteed 20 million to fight Brazil?
Answer my question.
So,
right.
one sec. No.
If Ramirez and Lomachenko the Zone fighters.
Ezra, you're all right. I mean, I know you gotta say something, but let me just say this: you're confusing the argument, brother. Subject here, because first of all, Ramirez. Hold up. Yeah, because Ramirez. Well, let me finish. Ramirez and Lomachenko are fighting on a different network because this is a cross promotional network deal. This happens all the time, bro. Just because they're fighting on a network. Wait, hold up. Oh, no, it doesn't. Just because they're fighting on a different network doesn't mean they're signed on to that network, bro.
That's the point I'm trying to make to you guys.
The Zone, no. The Zone did not agree to a full network deal with fucking Showtime. That's the whole fucking point. They tried to get on a 3-fight deal, which is a multi-fight deal, which is the Zone deal.
Well, all right, can I ask a question?
But Ed, hold on, because Ed, you can't compare those because they didn't ask Lomachenko or Ramirez to fight 1 fight before they fight.
You're confusing the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what you do, but it doesn't mean that they will be a zone fighter because they signed a deal. They signed a deal to fight on the, but doesn't mean that they're going to be a zone fighter.
Let's break it down. 1 sec. Let's break it down.
Go. Let her make it. Go ahead, mate.
Wilder was guaranteed with 20 million to fight Brazil. If he won, was he guaranteed the Joshua fights? regardless, is that not true? Because what Ed is trying to say, he's trying to say if Joshua lost, the Wilder would not have got the fight. But to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure he was guaranteed the 2 fights. But what was in the contract? Was it Joshua had to win his fight? So
Joshua had
Josh had to win his fight. Josh had to win his fight.
The plan was he fight. The plan was it wasn't for him to be the zone fighter. The plan was for him to fight Dominic Brazil, and then afterwards fight 2 matches with Anthony Joshua. But
well, I mean, it doesn't make any sense that you offer a fighter that much money and a multi-fight deal, and he wasn't planning to be his own fighter. That makes no sense, bro.
Of course it does. Manny Pacquiao, does that mean that?
you're confusing me again. I'm not too different.
That was a total network fight between Showtime and HBO. What are you talking about?
Because you got offered a lot of money, it doesn't mean that you're going to be on.
That was a 1-fight deal.
But he's not going to be on his network. What part you don't get?
What part that you don't get? How many times have people been offered deals and they're not officially on their network fight?
Ed, what would have happened? What would have happened if Joshua lost?
Ed, how many times have people been offered to fight on another network, but they tell the fighter, before you fight the guy that we want you to fight, you got to fight on our network versus somebody else?
No, the reason why he had to fight Dominic Brazil because it was a mandatory. He had to fight.
Yeah, but they wanted the Brazil fight on their network.
Like he was a choice.
But no,
they
you don't
the
get
zone
it.
were offering
The
the Brazil fight on the zone.
Yes, that's the part you don't get. They wanted.
Well, putting up money up front for Wilder for Brazil on the zone, so he would have had to sign to fight on the zone to fight Brazil.
But it doesn't mean that he is a zone fighter.
I don't know about that. That's a comment. But for 3 fights, that's pretty much saying you're going to be on.
You're the zone fighter. Yeah, exactly. You're locked in. You're the zone fighter until those 3 fight obligations is done.
Nah, but my fault. I forget that Ed get paid to do this shit.
What are you talking about?
Oh,
what are you talking about?
John C. Wilder gets advised by Al Haymon.
Right.
PBC.
Okay.
With PBC.
PBC is not a network company, dog. They're a management company. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Let's go back to the case of Wilder Joshua. What happened? Look, hey, one sec, because this whole thing is getting confused. Look, Wilder beats Brazil. Joshua loses to Ruiz. Now, what does Wilder do after that fight? Because he agrees to fight on the zone for 3 fights. 2 of them are guaranteed Joshua fights. If Joshua loses to Ruiz, what would have happened then?
Then he will go and fight another fighter on TBC or on show.
Well, he's locked into a contract. That makes no sense.
That's
It doesn't make no sense. Of course, it does make sense. Why are you going to sign a contract?
But the contract is his own.
Hold on, go ahead. No, chill, don't stop him. He was about to say something.
Yeah, exactly. So, me or Ahmed?
No, you, because you was about to say, why would Wilder sign the contract?
Exactly. So why are you going to sign, number one, why are you going to sign a contract, that says, okay, you're going to fight Dominic Brazil, and then afterwards you're going to fight Anthony Joshua if he loses to Dominic or if he loses to Andy Ruiz or not. So that doesn't make sense, because Andy Ruiz got a separate contract, means that he fights Anthony Joshua and loses, you're going to fight a rematch. That means that John C. Wilder's going to fight. So in that
but he's locked. Is he not locked?
In that contract, which will be in all contracts, when you're agreeing a fight, is that you're going to fight Anthony Joshua depending on if he wins his next fight. If he loses,
he didn't win
then that fight is out the window. You're not.
All right. That makes a bit more sense.
So now listen, now, right? So now, if that happens, right? So now, what do Wilder do?
So okay then. So let's say.
He fought Ortiz.
He fought Dominic Brazil on Showtime. And he won. And then he signed to fight.
Ortiz.
Let's say he signed to fight Anthony Joshua. Yeah.
But Joshua lost to Ruiz. You gotta keep it real.
To fight Anthony Joshua and a rematch on the zone. Does that make him a zone fighter?
No. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about.
No. Answer the question. Does that make him a zone fighter? Because you said it's an outside deal, so he's fighting 2 fights on the zone.
How How do you know DAZN don't extend the contract?
Yes or no?
So for 2019, Deontay Wilder would have been a DAZN fighter. Because if he would have fought his first fight, if he would have fought at the beginning of the year on DAZN, and he fought at the end of the year on DAZN,
So based on your
right?
logic, okay, no, fair enough. Based on your logic,
No, based on the fact. If you fight on, if you have two, listen, hold on, come out.
In that match against Boris Hooker, and Lomachenko is the maximum fighter against.
He's the maximum fighter.
But even when, all right, but did anyone? Yo, but hey, did any one of those guys? Did any one of those two fighters have to have their tune-up fight before their
No, that's the question I asked you.
But that's not. But your question is not logic. That's not the situation.
That's not the situation, bro. These fighters did not have to agree to a network deal, a multi-fight network deal to get to one fighter. What are you talking about? It's a one-off fight. It's a one-off fight that they're doing. This makes no sense. It's a one-off fight, bro.
So Wilder agreed to fight Brazil and showed DAZN for 20 million. He wins by was his first round knockout, and Joshua gets knocked out by Ruiz. What does Wilder do? He goes back to Showtime now. Does that mean? Wait for it. Does that mean he's not signed a 2-fight deal with Joshua? What was the package?
It's the terms and conditions to that.
What are the terms and conditions? What was the terms and conditions?
But that's the point that I want to get to. Hold on, Edge. Hold on. So, right. So what they wanted Deontay Wilder to do, right? For him to be like, you know what, Fox, Showtime, y'all looked out, but no thank you. I'm gonna go over here, right? And then doing that go through, now he's supposed to come back with a hat in hand, like, oh, Showtime was that guy.
Showtime would have put their middle finger up.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
He's
like,
let me explain. Yeah.
How do you know Al-Heyman would have been a
Al Heyman is just a management company. They're not networks. Basically, that's what Wilder. Hold on, let me finish what I'm saying, and then you get what you call it. That's why basically Deontay Wilder said, you know what, Showtime has been good to me. I'm gonna stay over here because why am I
gonna? The point. Danny Jacobs also signed with HBO for one fight. So what did he do? He ended up signing a deal with Eddie Hearn, and then was the next 2 fights on HBO. Wait, let me think. Wait, who did he fight after Golovkin?
He fought Luis Harris, yeah. So Jacobs became he signed a multi-fight deal with HBO. Yeah. So by that logic, that does not make him an HBO fighter, right? Right, Edge?
Oh no, but no. With your logic, but based on your logic, if he fights on that network, that means that that's a network fighter. But technically, if that's the case,
oh yeah, stop it.
So basically, hold on. Right? So let me ask you this. So Joshua's not the zone fighter. Wait. Joshua is not a DAZN fighter, even though he's on a fight-by-fight basis, correct?
Well, technically, he's got the fight, so he's on a fight-by-fight basis.
So that means Dillian White is not a Sky fighter too, even though he's on a fight-by-fight basis with Matchroom, correct?
Correct.
So Dillian White is not a Sky fighter based on the fact that he's on a fight-by-fight deal basis with Matchroom, correct?
Yeah.
So he's not a Sky fighter. Okay, I want some consistency. That's all I want to
say. He's not a Sky fighter. He's not a
just because he's being consistent doesn't mean it's right.
Hey, guys, let's change. Guys, let's change it. Let's change up. Andy Yard is fighting next week, right? So let's do.
Yeah. I was gonna talk about.
Yeah,
I can tell you one thing. Yeah. I think you know what?
I think I'm on the panel because I'm the only person that got Yard winning.
I think Yard has a chance of winning the fight. I really think he does, man. Because I think Kovalev. Because I think Kovalev is mentally not there, man. I mean, I'm being honest. I don't think he's there. I don't think he hasn't. I mean, he's been through a lot of tough fights. He's in for the taking. We all know Kovalev's got some flaws. You know, his endurance has always been questionable. He doesn't have good endurance, and he doesn't take body shots. He doesn't take body shots very well. So he's in there against a strong fight. Let's be real. I'm not.
Enough to do the fight.
One at a time. Let's go around one at a time. And that.
Let me finish it. Yeah. That's what I meant. Point. Yeah, Yard is typically a natural cruiserweight fighter who's training himself to go to 175. Let's be real. And he punches a lot harder. And someone brought up a good point too. I forgot. I think some uploader brought up a good point, and I think it was Wire who said this, or someone. But anyways, to be fair to Kovalev, Kovalev has been in the rings with some good fighters. All-time greats like Bernard Hopkins, and good fighters like Pascal, and all-time great like Andre Ward and so forth. We all know that. But what he has never faced in his pro career is a very, very, very hard concussive puncher. I know Darnell Boone is close to that, but still, he was never a great fighter. But Yard punches much harder than those guys. On paper, he does. So how does Kovalev deal with a situation like that, number one? And number two, I just think that at this point of his career, I think he's just not there mentally. So, I mean, another thing I want to point out, too, is that I think if Yard wins this fight, this is definitely be huge for the UK. This is definitely a shot in the arm that they need.
Yeah, they need that. Yeah, you need it right now. We're on the ropes, ready to get knocked out. All right, Hamid.
Billy Jones got a WBO belt, and Frank Warren. I don't want. I don't want Yard to win, even though I think they'll be good. I think they're gonna keep that belt hostage. I hope they don't. Though. If he wins, I'd like to see unification because Gavozdik and Pateviev are fighting as well. Yard has to go straight into unification.
Yeah.
If he's fighting top fighters, then I will give Frank Warren credit. But what he done with Billy Joe Saunders wasn't a good job.
No, he did a decent job with Billy Joe. I disagree with that.
He's right.
Yeah, that's true.
He's right.
I mean, he was gonna fight.
Yeah, because Kovalev. But the thing is, Hamid. The thing is, Hamid.
So
Let's go around the panel because Hamid was still.
Yeah, I mean, it was my goal.
No, Hamid didn't finish. He was saying, and I was just saying to Hamid, but I'll give you a comment. 1 minute, YG, What I'm saying, Hamid, I agree with you, but the thing is, in that light heavy division, there's no easy guys, Even the top 20, they're all decent guys. So he might have one easy squeeze, but after that, you're gonna have to defend and get the top guys.
All right, let me say this. Then. Look at Fury. He fought Wilder. Look at the guy he's fighting now. Look at the last.
He ain't got no belt, man. He ain't got no belt. He can do what he wants.
We don't want Yard to go backwards, take backward steps. Look, if he's fighting guys like Sullivan Barrera, I don't know who Sullivan Barrera fought last.
Well, what about John Pascal? That'd be a good step. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Guys like that, top 10 guys, top 15, a bit better than top 15, top 10. Then that's fair enough. But as for the fight, look, Yard got very little amateur experience, so that's why his matchmaking was bad. My only thing is, can Yard take a shot? Because the guy he's fought, no one has really tested his chin. The only guy I think that landed was Reeve, Travis, or whatever his name, Travis Reeve. If Yard could take a shot, I think Yard is live. But Castang, I'm not too sure. Yard is very big, muscular bone. It reminds you of a bit like Juster. So, but Kovalev's Castang is bad as well. But look, this is a fight. If Yard draws him into a fight, lands or hits him to the body, I think Yard can knock him off. But in Russia, with Kovalev, even this version of Kovalev, looking at his last performance, Buddy McGregor, you have to make him the favorite. But with the eye test, I'm not too sure. I think it's a fight that could go either way. If it goes past the first 3 or 4 rounds, I think Kovalev could beat him. But early on, Yard is live. I think he's a big puncher. And if he injects Kovalev, you never know.
Well, that's if Kovalev doesn't burn out his injury, because he usually does burn out his injury in the first half of the fight, and that's when he fades. So that's something Buddy McGregor did a good job with him in the rematch against, what's his name, Lydia Alvarez. I'll give him credit for that. But what they were very fortunate, though, is that Alvarez didn't make no adjustments in that fight. So that's why he was able to get away with it.
Yo, YG, go ahead, YG.
Yeah, man. Yo, now I agree with him. He do need to go for the unification after this, because the biggest knock on Yard, every time that I bring up, like, yo, Yard, he hasn't fought anybody. So that, after he beat Kovalev, he needs to unify those titles. And definitely fight John Pascal, because he's even trasher than Kovalev. So, like that's right there.
Here's the way I say it. Yeah, here's the way I say it. Sorry to cut you off a little bit, YG. Here's the way I think. I think if Yard does beat Kovalev, if he does get the Pascals and he beats the other contenders, like I know he's coming off a loss, but Marcus Brown, that'd be his good fight. Who else is in there? Badu Jack, if he decides to return. Whatnot. If he gets some of those wins, notch up those wins, and get unification against either the winner of the Vosdick and the Pateviev fight, or even a Bivol, if he gets those wins, I'll say, you know what, Anthony Yard has kind of submitted himself at light heavyweight, man. And that's something you guys in the UK can be very proud of.
Yeah, but
Okay.
you know, right now these guys are like on a 5-game losing streak, so they ain't even trying to stick their neck out.
Oh, this guy.
No fucking. It's like,
Yeah, so let me ask Jay this question again. How do you guys see the reaction for the card at the Yard and Kovalev fight? What do you think the confidence level is for the UK public?
Well, right now, so this is the thing. The fight's next week, next Saturday, right? So we're gonna be confident, yeah. So the build up is because you know the people still talking about, still waiting for the B sample. We're on this AJ saying about Lennox Lewis, so it took us away. So right now, yeah. So it's kind of thing. So they're gonna have to start picking up this week. Press conference. They're gonna have to start trying to get the ball rolling to get people interested. I don't know if they apparently they're in Russia already, so they're gonna have to start getting. If it comes down to
don't give you credit for going to Russia. I know.
You'll fight. You fight wherever. I'm not really. See me when it comes.
I'm going to give him credit. Like if you want this fight, I've got to give him full credit. Going to Russia is not something. I think anyone.
Let me get my prediction now, and then we can move on to Edge. Edge is waiting, right? You guys mute yourself. I got some background feed, right? One of you guys. Hey, so what we're saying right now is that the build up. They need to build it up. Look, you got to fight where the belts are. Remember, our sport's a world sport, right? When you're a world fighter, when you get past the domestic stage, then you fight wherever the world belts. So that's what I like about our sport, bro. Instead of staying in one country, which other guys are doing, right? So end of the day, he's going there. And listen, end of the day, look, you even if you're fighting Kovalev with one leg, whatever, it don't matter. You're gonna get that credit right now. Likely the UK is on a down right now, and we're looking for that next superstar. Can Yard be that guy? People have been saying he needed to step up with the guys he's been. If you talk to Tunde will tell you the guys he's been fighting are the best in the world. That's what Tunde will tell you that. Some of these guys are the best. And Yard's only had this amount. Someone mute himself. Someone needs to mute. Yeah, I'm just getting background feed, right?
That's YG.
Yeah, YG needs to mute
that
himself.
ain't me.
Yeah, someone needs to mute themselves. I don't like the back feed. Yeah. All right. If you talk to Tunde will tell you that the guys he's going against, yeah, are the best in the world. Like, and everyone's like, nah, bro. We kind of lost interest in watching Yard because, like, we look at his skill set is very high, but we look at the opponents and we're like, yo, bro, it's not getting on. Now, Kovalev looks like it was his last legs. I know he just beat out the later Alvarez. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That was a great performance, man. And I gotta give it to Hamid. You know what I'm saying? You have to always go by someone's last performance. And Yard has never played no one like a later Alvarez, man. He ain't been in there with someone like that, bro. So he has to be the favorite. And he talking about his punching power. I can't really say how hard he is because he ain't fought world-class opponents yet. So, but Kovalev in world-class opposition, he struggled, right? But is Yard a world-class fighter? That's what we're gonna find out. And I'm gonna pick Yard because I want him to win. Now, I can easily just go for the favorite, right? But I want Yard to win. If he wins, cool. If he doesn't win, he tried, yeah. But end of the day, he needed to step up. If you're gonna get anyone, and Kovalev is at our baddest, the worst stage ever.
He's the most vulnerable.
Right now he's vulnerable. But remember, this guy's been fighting the elite, bro. No one can look at his resume, bro. His resume is nice. He's been fighting the best of the best. If you fight at that level, you're gonna lose. But the thing is, he ain't dropped down. How can Yard get up to that level? We'll find out. I'm going with Anthony Yard by any means necessary. Go ahead, Edge.
Yeah, like I want Anthony Yard to win, but I just think that the odds are against him in Russia, and I think that Kovalev will win, and I think it'll be by decision. The only way that Yard is going to do something, he's going to win, is he knocks Kovalev out, which is possible because he has been knocked TKO before. But the question is whether Yard hasn't improved in that world-class level. Like he's a fight that he fought or beat. He fought has been terrible. The last fight he fought, I forgot his name. It wasn't a good performance.
Travis Reed?
I think so, but I wasn't impressed anyways. And I'm thinking if he fights Kovalev the way he fought that dude, Kovalev will beat him easily. So maybe Yard wasn't motivated, maybe because he wasn't a lesser opponent, he was up for it. Maybe that's the case, but
true.
It's very difficult to gauge how Yard's potential is because he hasn't fought Kovalev level before.
That's a good breakdown.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good breakdown. Yeah. So it could be.
Let him finish though. Let him finish though.
All those words said, that means you gotta
let him finish. You gotta let him finish. You gotta let him talk. Hey.
Who you want?
Let him do his breakdown, man. You don't have to talk to him when he's doing his breakdown after, man. Go ahead, Ed. Do what you say, Ed. I'm listening. Go ahead.
I want Yard to win because, like Dan said, the UK needs some
People said the same about Andy Ruiz.
Why you guys got to interrupt when he's talking? Like,
Yeah,
leave him
look,
alone.
I'm not saying
Just let him
that.
talk, man. Come on, man. You guys are just hacking at him, Brian. Let him get it out. Come on, go ahead. Let's go ahead.
Let him hang himself. You're right.
I said, look, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that Yard has got no chance. Because I'm going to say, we don't know. He's very talented fighter. We don't know the potential. Same way like Javon Davis against Pedraza. Like, Javon Davis blew Pedraza out the water. No one's ever done Pedraza. Do you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, Yard come out in Russia and blow Kovalev out the water. It's like, whoa, he's in the scene. But from like you said, what have he done for me lately? Kovalev looked good against Alvarez, and Yard didn't look good in his last fight. So that's where you have to be looking at it. But also as well, one important thing as well is that there is supposed to be an agreement between Kovalev and Yard to fight Canelo Alvarez. So if Kovalev wasn't motivated before, I think that this is going to be a very, very good motivation for Kovalev, knowing that if he beats Yard, that he's got the big payday against Canelo Alvarez down the line. So I think that could also be a difference as well.
So you picking?
Huh?
You picking?
Kovalev.
By what? Okay, just by win. Okay, cool. There you go. Everyone. All right, cool.
We got him to say a whole bunch of fucking words.
That's good, man. Breakdown's good, man. It's a good breakdown.
Hey, YT. Yeah, you can't even say nothing.
Why? Yo, because I got one. All right, look. All right, yeah, but so did Young Guy, and Young Guy was the favorite. I picked the underdog. I picked the underdog. You picked that favorite.
Don't forget that you picked Ruiz, yeah?
No. I'm talking about you picked no.
Ruiz in this panel. Nobody. So let's not
pretend. All right.
The only person that picked Mikey Garcia.
All right, so
what?
All right, and you picked the guy that was a fit. All right, so what's worse? So what's worse? If you the only
that I said why he was 50, where is he gone?
Yeah.
All right, so come on. So you think so in your opinion, you saying if you pick a favorite and he lose, that's not as bad as if you pick the underdog and he lose. Yeah, so for me picking the underdog, that was better than you picking the favorite.
No, look.
He wasn't just the underdog, man. It was a mismatch. Come on, you gotta believe it.
You picked someone that no chance to admit that I'm winning. No chance. Yeah, no chance.
Okay. So
the dude was a munchkin.
All right.
Yeah, I lost a lot of respect for people that are trying to convince people that Mikey is
I picked the biggest. I picked the biggest. All right, we recorded this. I was wrong on the biggest mismatch of the year, but you was wrong on the second biggest mismatch of the year.
Biggest upset.
Yes, it was. Cause look at your guy looked like your guy looked like he was sculptured. And he lost to Andy Ruiz, a guy that
we already know that he's not bodybuilding.
Yeah,
that's not
YG, man. YG, can I say something real quickly? YG.
No, hold on. Let me get
Well, yeah, can I say something, Angelo? Can I say something, YG? YG, you know I like you, brother, but I gotta be fair here. At least Joshua had better success against Ruiz than Mike Garcia did getting against Errol Spence. Two different
that's a fact because he was the favorite. You're bringing up. Look, my thing. Look, this is what I'm trying to say. Look, Dan, he's not bringing up the time when I picked the favorite and he lost. I picked the biggest underdog and lost.
Why did you pick?
Like if you go for the underdog,
yeah, that's exactly. You know what I mean? Why? He's trying to get credit for picking the underdog.
No, it's not. Cause like my guy moved up. Mike's not here. Hold on, we recorded it. Mike's in the lower. Hold on, we recorded it. And the lower weight. Hold on, let me go. And the lower weight, Mikey Garcia was my guy, right? We recorded this. He's my guy. That's a fact. He was my guy in the lower weight. He moved up. I didn't jump ship. I stayed course. I stayed on the ship that I was on. He lost, right? But Young Guy was the favorite. It's not like Mikey lost to Adrian Broner. Young Guy was the favorite and he lost. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like you bring it up when my guy was the underdog and he lost. Young Guy was the favorite and he lost.
I thought Mikey Broner was a more competitive fight than Spence Mikey, man. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Like all
all of that y'all saying that he lost the Spence, that's a fact. He moved up, he lost, right? But his guy lost when he was the favorite. You can't bring up when I rooted for somebody when they was the favorite.
But that's, sometimes that happens.
No, but
Tyson lost to Buster Douglas as well.
You're saying that you should get credit for picking somebody.
No. I'm saying that you're throwing. I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is you're throwing up. I'm throwing
Why
up.
did you pick Ruiz or not? If you didn't pick him, why you even bring this up?
Exactly.
Because
no sense.
because I'm bringing up when he's bringing up what my guy lost.
You picked the same person I picked. You picked AJ as well.
It's the same thing. It's the same. AJ's your guy. He lost. Mikey's my guy. He lost. But your loss was worse than like what loss was what
you picked AJ too.
No, that's your guy though. That's your guy. AJ's your guy. So AJ's not your guy.
You picked AJ.
You ain't like hold on, time out. You ain't come back around when AJ lost. Hold on, time out. When AJ lost, you ain't come back around and the rematch was time.
AJ to win the war, he lost. What's the point?
Yeah, because AJ's your guy.
Hold up, y'all. One at a time. Edge up respond and then YG come back. Go ahead, Edge up.
You picked AJ as well. He lost, so you lost. And I lost, you lost. You picked AJ as well.
Yeah, but it didn't affect me like you. I didn't go through a 30-day withdrawal. I went through a 30-day withdrawal after AJ lost.
All you want,
no, I hold on, come out. Who is
like after the fact? Like, no.
Hey, you know what, y'all. Let's be fair. Though we can't draw. We're drifting this conversation back to Joshua Ruiz. Let's stick to Kovalev, Yard, please.
This is exactly
That's gonna be another fight that you're wrong on. You got Kovalev in that fight. I got Yard. That's gonna be another fight that you're wrong on.
Nah, he's safe, man. Nah, man.
I don't blame. Let me say. I don't blame anyone for picking Kovalev, and you can't really post someone Yard with. You're either gonna look like a genius or a fool. Look, on paper you gotta go by who's the favorite, and also on the competition. In my opinion, stars make fights. That's why I give Yard a 50-50 chance, even though he's in Russia test. I think if he hits Kovalev, he can knock Kovalev out. Like if you see amateur footage of Kovalev, he's a vulnerable guy, even though he's
yeah, but at least he's fought in amateurs, though. Yeah, but at least he's fought in amateurs longer than Yard. You see, Yard is the so unknown. Yeah, he's so there's so much footage of Kovalev, yeah, but he's been fighting even in the amateurs, right? And if you know about amateurs, every fight in the amateurs is a proper fight. Like if you see amateurs, no one comes to duck. Everyone fights in amateurs, yeah. He's fought at the world level, yeah. He lost a bit better view, yeah. But he's fought at a higher level in the amateurs. He's been at a high level at the pros. He's been at a high level of the pros and the amateurs and bare resume.
So you going with Kovalev?
I already told you I picked already. I'm picking Yard already. Yeah, no, I already told you I'm picking. I'm just saying. Look.
No, I'm talking about that, AJ.
Okay.
I'm not sure. This is what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure because it could go either way. Like I'm gonna have to just watch a couple more fights. I'm gonna rewatch the Alvarez first Kovalev fight just to see how Kovalev's body language was. Even though he won the rematch, I thought his body language was better in the first fight. I just think Alvarez fought a really bad fight in the rematch, so I'm not sure.
There's no shame in picking Kovalev. If Kovalev loses, then he loses. I'll be happy if Yard wins. Because I'm just looking at it objectively.
Yeah, but you can't. Put your bottom lip out. So we can step on it. If you're picking that guy, pick the guy and roll with it. Don't be objectively and all that shit. You got Kovalev. I don't hear that. You got Yard. You got Kovalev. That's it. Yeah, you got Kovalev. That's it. I don't hear none of that. I don't hear none of that stuff. You're on record anyway, because everyone's on record right now. But you don't listen. It don't really matter, right? Whoever you pick, and you guys in the chat, whoever you pick in, hopefully it's going to be a good fight. But let me tell you, Yard has got everything against him. He's against Russia. He's going against his best ever fighter, amateur, all pro, right? His best ever fighter, elite. He's got everything against him. Like he might go in there and do a good fight and lose, and they go well. And then he comes back and say, look, he went against the best and this, that, the other, and the third. But in terms of any champions, if Kovalev right now is supposed to be the most vulnerable, but I don't think he is because he's still been fighting better. He's still fighting better level than the other guys. Who are the other guys for? One of them's got Adonis Stevenson. What's Burby's got? What? Callum Johnson. He's still fighting better level than the other guys. None of the other guys are fighting who he's been fighting. Pascal.
No.
Pascal just won the other day.
Yeah,
Pascal just beat Pascal. 1 minute. Hey, wait. Let me finish on. Pascal just knocked off a number one guy that I thought was gonna do something in the division, and Kovalev beat him soundly twice. So you know what I'm saying? Like, so hey,
no,
listen.
he just got knocked out though. What are you trying to say? That don't matter.
Yeah, but no, he did. That was a big win, man. By Pascal, that was a big win, bro.
I get what you're saying.
Okay, go ahead.
See, the yards competition.
Yeah.
I get that point. I get that. That's a real argument.
Yeah.
Yard has got no one. Amateur.
All pro.
Yeah. I hear back from amateur experience is very little, and then professional. I think one of the only guys he fought was, I can't remember. Was it someone set like that? That guy wasn't really that good. So that's. I don't blame anyone for going to cover it. The only thing is, I put it on Twitter, like it's either perfect timing or it could be a bridge too far. I'm not sure which one.
This is the problem, man, and I don't know his yard is to step up from the level that he's fighting up to world class.
He's a big jumper.
There's a big jump. Well, you know what? It is kind of, people kind of consider this when Anthony Joshua decided to forego the, after he won the Commonwealth title against Dillian White, he decided to forego European level to go world level.
No, he fought European. Right? He fought European.
Yeah, no, but he didn't go straight. He didn't go straight to Kovalev. He went and fought Charles Martin.
Yeah, 2 different fights. Yeah, you're right. 2 different fighters. You gotta play.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, boy. Here's my point, though. My point is that we can all we can all defer to Kovalev's accomplishments and his his attributes and his pedigree. We all know what he can do.
Yeah, that's boxing.
But the whole point is, boxing is almost 50% more. I think to me personally, boxing is like majority mental. Exactly.
Didn't he get booted off a flight too recently?
Yeah, he got booted off a flight. Yeah. He's under a litigation right now. Kovalev is under a lot of legal problems right now. All that can be distracting towards you going into fights.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't think he's mentally there, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
but
really bad. He went through the legal issues against Alvarez one second fight.
Okay, Mike Tyson was good. Mike Tyson.
Yeah, go ahead. He said in the interview that the litigation that is going through, that it's not going to mentally affect.
But there's a Canelo and Carrot dangling. That could either be.
The Canelo.
That could be a motivation.
Yeah, the Canelo fight. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the big point in regards to it. I think that's a big thing.
Well, y'all might get that fight though. Y'all might get that fight. Canelo.
Yeah, I might get that Canelo fight. He might get it.
Yeah.
I think
here's the problem is I don't think Anthony R can train himself can't train something lower than
Frank Warren, man. Frank Warren's not going to. The Zona not going to do a deal with Frank Warren.
Yard beat Kovalev, don't be surprised if he goes to match in the ball.
You reckon?
Oh man.
I'm not sure.
Wait, hold on. So the week after that, Luke Campbell fight.
Ain't no one care about that fight. Yeah, ain't no one care about that fight.
That's a mismatch.
It's a mismatch, man. It's a mismatch. It's a mismatch, bro.
I think Lomachenko will beat Luke Campbell. I mean, let's face it. Like Luke Campbell, he's done well against Linares, but Lomachenko called Linares. We got that knocked out, but you got to knock still.
Yo, hey, didn't Crawler do better? Crawler did better.
Hey, listen, it's not about country, it's about picking like at the end of the day, we're not out here with the flags out here. I don't see the UK Jack, Union Jack. You're just picking your guy, and the thing is, you're saying it's your guy, YG, but really and truly, it's just boxing guys you pick. Really and truly, you pick a guy if you like him, but you don't have to do or die. It's not about that, bro. You just pick who you pick. And right now, I understand the UK is reeling, but no, they don't bother me none. It's all good for boxing because you know the thing is, you always see people when they're down. It's how they come back. You know what I'm saying? Or if they come back, or if they don't, they don't. But either way, I'm gonna still watch. We're still gonna continue picking who we picking. It ain't that serious, bro. Like you know what I'm saying?
Look, Luke Campbell got a gold medal. Look, he has got amateur experience, but the only guy he's fought, notably, was Linares, and he's lost. And the other guy he lost to Mendy. He should not have really lost.
Mendy was better than him, bro. Mendy was
but
that's a big jump up.
But y'all not even root for that before the fight even happened. It's just like
we're serious. Listen, the thing is, when you're on the platform, and you got people listening, and you guys credit to you guys in the chat, they ain't gonna subscribe to me on my guys, Dynamite and the rest of us guys. If we out here lying, you can't do that shit, bro. Like. You ain't got no credible. You can't be credible, bro. Like, no. You have to be credible. listen, no. But that's the whole point. When you haven't got a channel, YG, you don't understand. You have to be credible. That's why people come back time and time again and subscribe to you because you know you call it down the line, and that's what it is. You're gonna call it down the line, like you ain't gonna sit there and say Luke Campbell's gonna win. Now if he wins, y'all be happy for him.
Well, not win, but yeah, I didn't think you say he wins.
He gonna get flatlined, bro. Like he gonna get flatlined, bro. What the frick? That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, but if it's slaughter,
that might be competitive.
It might be for a bit, but he's still gonna get loose, man. The thing is, you have to tell the truth, man. Like
First of all, that's not telling the truth. Is saying something that happened already. The fight didn't happen, so you're not.
YG, this is called prediction. This is called.
My point is.
YG, we're making a prediction. YG. I heard what you're saying, YG. Yeah, YG. Because you don't understand, yeah. I just said we're making a prediction. Fight's coming up. That's what we done. Everyone's made a prediction, and that's that. There's not more into it.
Yeah. No,
and that's
I'm
it.
just saying like, damn, y'all not real for none of
y'all. They're not our guys, though. They're not my guys.
No, YG. What EJ's trying to say, YG. What EJ's trying to say is that he's not saying he's not rooting for Campbell, but what he's saying is giving from based off what we've seen from Lomachenko, based off his pedigree, and based off what he's accomplished so far and what his current status is. We're kind of acting like unofficial bookies. That's what we're acting like right now. We're making a prediction of a fight based off what we've seen so far. What EJ is implying that if you're a channel who's going to just root for another guy just for the hell of it, just because he's a fanboy or whatever the case may be, they're not being impartial. They're not being objective. They're not keeping it real. Okay? That's like me saying that I'm gonna give you a hypothetical. That's like me saying if Lennox Lewis was fighting today, right? Let's say Lennox Lewis was fighting today, and he's like the top dog, right? Then Deontay Wilder, which is my favorite heavyweight, and I say when those guys are going to fight, I'm gonna say Deontay Wilder's gonna win the fight. And some people are gonna call me I'm a fanboy because I'm not keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
To me, I know personally, as much as I like Deontay Wilder, I know he doesn't. I don't think he stands a chance against Lennox Lewis in his prime. I don't see him winning that fight. I'm keeping it real.
But that's a hypothetical. That's not like basically what I'm trying to say is like if
that's not like that's being realistic.
Exactly realistic.
Right? Yeah, I'm a Patriots fan, right?
Yeah.
So the first week they played the Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
You just said a fan though. We ain't fans. This is what I'm trying to tell you. So you need to stop right there. We're not fans right here. Now we don't. You're trying to make a thing from a fan. No, but you're trying to say no. But you're talking. Why, Judge? What I'm trying to say to you. No, I'm not a fan. No, I'm not a fan of these. No, I'm not a fan of these guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. So when we're making predictions. When you make a prediction, when you make a prediction, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, but it started from me though, because I'm trying to make you understand.
I was talking to Ed.
I was talking.
To me for what's about me?
I was talking. YG, I was talking to you, YG.
Go ahead, EJ.
All right, I was talking to you. I'm trying to say to you in the day, look, I don't need to explain no more than this, right? We're not fans of these guys. You don't even know these guys, yeah? All right, YG, let me finish what I'm saying. YG. Let me see what I'm saying. We're not fans of these guys now. And everyone knows, yeah, everyone knows EJ Boxing Live, Dan the Man, Hamid, the Edge. Most people got channels, yeah? When they're on the channels, they know that people sub to them because they expect certain things. If I don't keep it how I keep it, they ain't gonna fuck with me. That's the way it is. So we're not gonna write. I'm not gonna write about YG. Let me finish what I'm saying. YG. You got to learn to let me finish.
EJ. No. YG.
No. Let me finish what I'm saying, man.
You come back here.
Well, you got to understand. There's no riding. There's no riding out here. There's a guy here. Everyone knows Edge prefers AJ. Right, but if AJ loses, yeah, he gonna duck out for a bit. But he gonna come back and do that boxing. It ain't that serious, bro. It ain't that serious though. But you know what I'm saying? Huh? You know that's true. But he don't mean he's gonna like commit suicide if his guy's done. He's not about it. Like he don't ride it. It's just that he prefers AJ. That's what it is. AJ Boxing Live rides with the US more than the UK. That's what it comes across to you, DW, in the chat. Yeah, it does come across like that. But the thing is, everyone knows that, bro. I interview everyone, America, UK, blah blah blah. Maybe it come across you right now, but really and truly, like I'm good. Like if the UK channel, how many UK channels are there apart from bloody me and Edge, that I can actually talk to without getting into an argument? You know what I'm trying to say? Like that's nothing. Go ahead, YG. Go ahead, say what you're saying. Go ahead.
All right. Well, what I was gonna say is like, listen, right? At the end of the day, you're faking the funk a little bit because like in a way, you don't want your guys to be on the losing. Like you just like, yo, we're on the losing streak, right? You want that losing streak to end. Like y'all don't want, like, tell the truth. Like y'all want, like
in the UK. So for that to happen,
No,
that
that's
means
the
why-
narrative.
Let him talk. Hey, let him
No,
talk.
no.
Yo, Edge, let him talk. Let him talk. Let him get out because let him talk because he's talking for us. He's talking for us though. Go ahead, YG. Go ahead, YG.
I would want like basically like a New York fighter. Like even though what you call it, Big Baby was gonna be an underdog versus
AJ, go on.
versus
Go on.
what you call it.
Yeah, AJ, go
I
on.
still was gonna root for him. If he would have lost,
Because you're a fanboy. Because you're a fanboy. Yeah, because you're a fanboy. We're not fanboys though. Go ahead.
No, it's not a fan.
You're a fanboy. You just said you're a fanboy. We're not a fan. We're not fanboys though. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't understand. We don't think like that. Edge got it. Hey, why you finished or let Edge jump in?
Let me, you know, how you gonna say you don't think like that, but try to say it the other way, where you just don't. I just don't keep it 100 like I do, because basically at the same time, like you do want your guy to win, but you don't want to. Like he said, like yo, I want y'all to win. But I'm just gonna go out and say, nah, Kovalev's gonna win a record. Like,
Well, can I say something to you, YJ?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Edge, don't worry, let Dan talk.
YG, stop, man, just stop. End of it.
He's trying to tell you, bro. He don't understand. He doesn't understand, innit? Dan, explain to him. Dan, explain to him.
When you run into yard, hold on. Yeah,
YG, stop.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Fanboy, right? Because when yard wins, right, and say Edge runs it from anybody, right, they're gonna be like, yo, man, like when you fought Kovalev, yo, I wanted you to win, but at the end of the day, you didn't pick him.
Yeah, I know he did. So,
I didn't have the heart to go out there.
yeah, Dan, go ahead.
Brother, I gotta ask you this question. You say we're not keeping it 100 most of the time, correct? Correct?
No, I didn't say you.
No, he picking on the guys in the UK. He picking.
You know, this is about objectivity, bro. This is all about objectivity. Let me ask you this. Be objective. Will you really think was going to win the fight between Mikey Garcia and Earl Spence? Let's be objective. Let's keep it real. Well, you really thought Mikey was going to win that fight? You really believe it?
Fucking no, bro.
Okay, now, G, the real answer, because I like you, bro, is like you're a fanboy of Mikey Garcia. Because that's not really...
I'm a fanboy. Why? How am I a fanboy?
Everybody knew based off the stylistic matchup and based off the attributes, Mikey didn't have a shot to win that fight. We thought he made it a little bit competitive, but he didn't even come close to making that fight competitive.
You want to hope for more than realistic.
Hold on, time out. Yeah, let me ask you this. Yo, Dan, let me ask you. Hold on, because I'm gonna bring up a valid point. So did you know that Errol Spence was gonna fight that way?
I didn't know he was going to fight cautiously.
Hold on, but this is my point. He came out and changed his whole fight game plan and won.
Did you really make it?
Yeah, he didn't fight. Hold on, time out. You can't, like, this is what I'm trying to say. No, I'm not making excuses. I'm making an excuse. I said he came out. Hold on. Like y'all said that everybody knew that he was gonna come out. He was gonna come out and win. But he came out and won in a way that he's never even fought before.
That is not the point, AJ. The point is that Earl Spence dismantled him. Whether he did knock him out or not, I'll give Mikey credit. He had a damn good chin. Hold up. I'll give Mikey credit. He did have his punch resistance carried up from the weights. I'll give him that. But the whole point is he still got beat up badly in that fight.
YG.
Yeah, because yo, to his credit, hold on. To his credit, he was able to change his fight plans, right? And basically had Mikey confused out there. So hold on. It was sounding bad when we was calling you to ask you about your AJ prediction and you wasn't even picking up. But my whole shit is like what you call it was able to change his game plan and he beat Mikey. Yeah, all right, that happened.
You're comparing.
He dominated. What do you
like? Hold on, let me finish. I understand if I was a fanboy, you try to say like I'm like, yo, man. Like that was
okay.
He really didn't win. Like I'm.
Well, let me ask you this then: how many rounds did you give Mikey in that fight? How many rounds did you think he won in that fight?
None. He lost that shit completely.
Okay, there you go. Okay, fair enough.
So it's like my whole shit is like really, like I said, I was like basically like I was a fan of Mikey from the bottom, from when he was at in the lower weight. He moved up.
I didn't jump ship.
Why don't you stop, man? This is
Nah, but Ahmed, he doesn't understand now, Ahmed.
Hold on, time out.
He doesn't understand, Ahmed.
That's
He doesn't
what you
understand.
call a fanboy. Somebody that just jumped from guy to guy or from
Whoa!
like,
Oh my days!
Hold on. You know why I say? Hold on, listen, and then you can say what you call it. Because basically you're only going by who's hot at the time. Like just because the guy looks good at this time, you're gonna start rooting for him and saying he's the best. It's like Drake rooting for Golden State.
YG, bro. Right now you're making all kinds of excuses why Mikey lost that fight, bro. I mean,
Who's saying it? I'm talking about fanboy. I'm not talking about like
fanboy does.
Fanboy shit.
You're trying to just.
No, I'm talking about. Hold
You're
on.
trying to justify your pick.
What's he saying?
Trying to justify that you had the right to pick Mikey.
I'm saying that Spence had to change his whole game plan.
Look.
No. I said what I said is that he didn't win the fight. How y'all said he was gonna. How everybody thought the fight was.
Let me see.
that's fine. Okay.
Let me see.
That was my whole thing. When y'all was like everybody seen the fight. When you said everybody seen the fight playing out that way, I said who seen Spence boxing like that? So everybody didn't see.
Look. If you mentioned Spence's lack of competition, maybe you got an argument. But you didn't even go down that route. You were just talking about. It's so bad that look.
Shit! Hey, hold up. Ben Umar's in the chat. What's up, Ben? Ben Umar, man. Hey, sorry, YG. Ben Umar's in here, man. But go ahead, YG. Finish up.
My whole shit is like I get what y'all like. I get what y'all saying. Like yo, like where y'all from? Even if y'all root for a guy and y'all see that he's coming up against somebody that's better than him, y'all just gonna totally abandon who you was rooting for and root for the other guy. But I don't do that.
No.
I don't do that. So if my guy,
You're not making any sense.
how am I making any sense? If my
My man.
this one cousin, my guy Terry Crawford, right? If Terry Crawford move up to 154 and he's fighting bigger guys, I'm still rooting for him.
Yeah, because you're a fanboy. That's the whole point.
That's what you call a fanboy.
You just basically telling us that no matter what the situation is, you can root for a motherfucking man blindly. That's a fucking fanboy. You have to use your brain in every situation and choose to fight by its merit.
Yeah.
You can think that one Mike Garcia was not going to fuck with Errol Smith, and you're not making no sense.
I'm not making no sense. That was my fight and I didn't jump ship.
You tell us the definition of a fanboy.
No, it's not. The definition of all right. That's your definition.
Umar, you need to sort your thing. Why G? You want to understand, yeah? Like the guys you're talking to are established. Umar, you need to mute yourself. Established YouTube channels, credible for a minute. When we break down fights, let me finish what I'm saying. Why? I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show you something.
You and Dan.
Not everyone here.
And my argument is not even with you and Dan. So why you keep?
No, I'm trying to show you something. I'm trying to show. I'm trying to show you about on the predictions when they're making predictions. So Edge is saying something. You don't agree to what you're hearing. But what he's saying is that he's picking the guy. But yeah, you're right. He ain't going like he's 100%. But that's how he's gonna come across, because at the end of the day, he's still going on. He still has to go on. He's not gonna go out on a limb, because end of the day, like he wants him to win, but he's not gonna say that. But I know he knows who's gonna win. Yeah, you have to. Why you can't just do that, bro? Like that's that. Yeah, when we do our prediction, that's what I'm saying. We're not right. There's no riding. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't. I understand where you're coming from, right? But there's no riding. It's like you pick a guy, see what happens, and then you keep it moving. You lose. When AJ lost the other day, you ever heard me break into my tears? I never cried. I was like, yo.
Kell Brook fought Golovkin.
Yeah.
Guys that pick Kell Brook.
Yeah.
Majority.
Yeah.
At least 95 or 98%.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. People that pick Brook are being hopeful. But if he's saying, I don't even know, I can't even defend that. Because what he was trying to say, he's saying that is fanboy logic, basically. So if you're overlooking simple basic facts, like the guy who's the bigger guy is not picking, and you're not basing it on the skill, and you're just saying you're blindly rooting.
Yeah.
That is actually
and then also as well, you can't say that I'm a fanboy because I pick Anthony Joshua to pick referees because
But all right, so, but
he was the
but-
favorite. He was
What
the
you
favorite.
said?
He had the better record. He's beating the better people. It wasn't
Joshua
like
was a
he said,
massive
I'm gonna
favorite.
ride Anthony Joshua no matter what. He was the favorite to win.
all right,
The better
and
record.
then when your man lost, you stopped coming around.
He's back now, but he's back now. He's back now. Nah, but he's back now. Yeah, but you know what? I had to.
You defending, like you're way more of a, like, this is why you say you're a fanboy. You're start defending his manager. You're start defending his manager. You let his manager do it. Like, yo, how come this guy decided to fight him and this and that and all of that? No, like, I don't know. Like, you would make a like you would make a last time you made a video on your channel. I didn't see that you went live. You ain't go live in 72 days, man. Like, you just stopped making videos.
Bring it back, man. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Like, you stopped making you were joining the exit
let them burn it out because let me tell you something, yeah. End of the day, this is you understand. This is a forum of a boxing debate. You pick your guy, and whoever loses, you're not gonna get burned up. You don't have to eat no crow. You know what I mean? No one's ragging you like that, bro. Like the only thing we expect, yeah, is that when the ship goes down and when the Titanic goes down, we expect you to go down with it and stick around and take your lump. That's what we expect. So whoever ducked out after the situation for that week's, and we're looking for you because you made a prediction and you was hard on it, we're gonna ride you. Listen, bro. I've gone out on a limb many times, yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. More times than not, and this is why people fuck with me, yeah. That I've been right, and everyone I've gone crack against the current. YG's a new guy, and he picked the guy out there. No one really knew him that well, and he picked the guy. Yeah, we picked him, but that's over. Edge recently, obviously, we know he's AJ guy. We ain't heard you well. We're gonna ride you, but it ain't that serious, bro. We're only playing with you. We just pick on you over. Don't take that too seriously, man.
No, but you can't compare Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia to AJ.
No, but he's gonna say that because what are you gonna say though? What's he gonna say though? Yeah, but Edge, what's he gonna say? Edge, but why are you gonna bring up? What's he supposed to say? He's supposed to sit there and take it. What's he gonna say? You can't tell him not to. You can't tell him how to react when you're trying to come at him. What's he supposed to do?
Young guy lost was a bigger loss.
See, I told you.
Young guy lost 3 titles, man. How you gonna compare? How you gonna compare somebody? You don't compare that loss. That loss was way more. Like, even when the year starts, like,
EJ,
YG, what do you think is the biggest loss of the year?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Hamid.
You think Mikey Garcia lost was a bigger loss than AJ lost?
You trying to say that the reason why Errol Spence won because he takes the whole game plan?
No.
Yeah, you did. You said that. You did say that.
That's not what I said.
You did say that. You did say that. You did say that.
You said nobody. You said nobody. Nobody picked what you call it. I said nobody saw Errol Spence fight like that.
You picked AJ.
He's trying to say you got 2 wrong. That's what he's saying. He's saying he's
look, if you're not getting it now, look, one was a mismatch.
Yeah. He's saying you
One
picked
was
2.
a perfect fight.
Yeah, you can't, because one guy lost 3 titles and one guy didn't lose anything but a loss.
No, allow it. Leave it. Leave it.
Point.
Yo, leave
Yeah,
it.
that's
Leave
the
it.
point. His guy lost 3 titles.
This is getting
This
involved.
guy got knocked out. This guy, like, my God, like, how you, like, what are you talking about? His guy didn't even, listen, first of all, Mikey lost, listen, hold on. You know what's the biggest difference? Mikey lost and went back to Mexico.
Yeah, Hammond, it's on the hater
AJ
report.
lost
It's getting on the
and went
hater
back
report.
to fucking
It's getting on the-
Nigeria.
it's
He
getting on the
didn't
hater
go back to
report, man.
London.
It's getting on the hater
Like,
report. They're getting on the hater report, for real.
Look, Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, yeah? Just because people picked Mike Tyson doesn't mean that was a bad pick.
Yeah, exactly.
When you pick the guy in a mismatch, you try justifying the pick, even though it's a really bad pick. Right?
That was horrible. If you was listen, that was, all right, come on. If you, around that time, that's a perfect example. Yo, you just picked a perfect example, right?
Oh,
Because
That's what he won.
yo, you picked a perfect example
Oh, this shit is
Hamed,
fucking funny, man.
you picked a perfect example of that, right? Because around that time, right, if the Holyfield fans, right, what do you like?
Now, what like don't you
Like,
think,
like,
you
like,
think
stop,
those
just
guys
stop,
were
man.
saying?
Stop it already, bro.
What do you think those guys were saying to Mike Tyson fans when he lost to Buster Douglas and then Holyfield turned right around and knocked out Buster Douglas?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you. I talked about that because I was around when that happened.
Yo, that is a big loss. Like that
Yeah,
guy
but
was,
no,
that guy was the first guy to lose.
The difference is that nobody's taking the mix for picking Mike Tyson and Buster Douglas.
No, he ain't. Nah.
Mike Tyson.
And that's not true because McGregor, Phil, there was people that picked
But they ain't here right now, YG. It's just you. So that's you have to deal with it right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, but he keeps saying nobody. He keeps saying nobody picked up.
No, but they ain't here. I don't understand that, YG. But you, right, but YG, let's move on, man. Because like in the end of the day, look, you guys gonna keep going in circles.
At the end of the day,
Hey, let's go back. Hey, let's go back to the Mayweather and Pacquiao. No, so look, Mayweather does.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
I wanted to get Ben's opinion on the Lennox Lewis and Anthony Josh situation because they didn't want to pick Lennox Lewis.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, go ahead, Umar. What's your pick? What AJ said about Lewis? Umar?
Yo, Ben, you there, bro?
Nah, I think he's just listening. He's probably smoking a bogey.
Alright.
He's smoking a bogey. Nah, he ain't. He's smoking a bogey. Listening. I know what he does. Let's go back.
I think he went to go back and search for the last time he went live.
Nah. Hey. Let's go back.
Anyone who thought Tyson was gonna win, that's not a detriment on them.
Hamid, why you bring it back up? Come on, don't stop. Come on, Hamid, leave it alone. Right?
Let's talk about Mayweather. Let's talk about that one.
So Mayweather's done this before. He comes out and does these little clips, yeah, and he likes to play with you to see how many views he gets, to see how much attention he's gonna drive. And you know what? It works. It gets us talking like, yo, is there a possibility? But let me be real. I'm gonna be 100%. If Mayweather and Pacquiao do happen, Pacquiao ain't gonna look as good against Furman. He's gonna be drug tested, bro. From the rip. I'm talking before as soon as he signs the contract, drug testing every 2 weeks on the dot, bro. He's not getting away with that bullshit. Nah, he ain't doing what he did to keep Furman. I'm picking Mayweather again. Mayweather has a good camp.
EJ, you're being correct.
Nah, I'm swearing out.
Wait. Pacquiao asked for VAR testing.
No.
One sec.
No, but I was talking, Hamid. Hamid, I was talking, Hamid, let me finish what I'm saying, Hamid. I was talking, you interrupt me, so you can't say one tick after. So anyway, what I'm saying, he gonna be drug tested from the time he signed the contract until the fight done. Mayweather, Hamid, you gonna let me get it out? You can let me get it out, Hamid. Let me get it out, right? So what I'm saying is that as soon as the fight is signed, Mayweather will go into extreme camp. The only thing I worry about, his dad's still there. He ain't got Rafael Garcia, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got the thing. So I worry about in terms of sparring, but Pacquiao over there, with Booba over there, and they were talking about this the other day, Pacquiao talking about retirement. I think they were arguing about Pacquiao needs to retire, and that's a good way to retire. But let me say something. If they go into negotiate with Mayweather, Mayweather's going to be the one to decide that. If Mayweather's gone over to Saudi Arabia, that means Mayweather's already preparing himself. That means he's already prepared.
The thing I'm saying is drug testing is not the main issue because Mayweather, this is a fact, it's not opinion. I've never done VAR testing. Now, people made the whole issue about Pacquiao Thurman if they wanted. Well, I think it was 8 to 12 weeks of VAR testing. I don't know, I can't remember which one it was, but they did about only 4 weeks or something like that.
Yeah.
That's not the main issue. Pacquiao has been tested by VAR before. If he's been tested by USADA, then that's as bad as being tested by I think it was the Nevada State Athletic Commission for the Thurman fight. So, like, I don't know what people bring the whole drug testing.
I'm bringing it up because he wasn't tested. I bring it up because he wasn't tested for the Thurman fight. That's why. He wasn't. No, he wasn't tested, but he wasn't tested for the Thurman fight. So I bring it up to making sure that
he was, but not as much.
He was no. Everyone knows that he wasn't. He was tested by the commission. Probably by the commission, but not extensively. And what I'm trying to say to you,
I did 4 weeks of testing, but yeah, it wasn't enough.
All right, exactly. All right, so let me finish what I'm saying. All right, so let me finish what I'm saying. So, end of the day, as soon as it's done, if Mayweather's initializing, remember Mayweather's initializing that he's going to the Saudi Arabia. That means he's initialized. That means he's already getting his ready to whoop Pacquiao's ass. And I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie to you. I got Mayweather again beat him. I got Mayweather whipping his ass again. If Mayweather feels he can beat him again, now and you make sure Pacquiao, because I see Mayweather was there, they came and watched the fight, and everyone's like, oh, Mayweather's watching the fight to see how Pacquiao's done. If he's not on that fucking juice like he's doing that shit, Mayweather's gonna whoop his ass, and no fucking no shoulder injury, None of that bullshit. Because Pacquiao always makes excuses every time he loses. So I got Mayweather. I'm picking right now. I'm going on the limb. I got Mayweather right now. Right now, I'm picking Mayweather.
Let me just say this: as much as I don't, EJ knows I don't like Floyd Mayweather, but I got to keep it real here. I think Floyd's going to win that rematch because I just don't see how Manny Pacquiao can neutralize Floyd Mayweather's style. Because there's one thing to beat Pacquiao. The one way to beat him is that you have to be one defensively very good, like Floyd is, number one. Number two, you can't stand in front of Pacquiao because Pacquiao's best wins against guys who come forward pressure him. That's what he's good at. Because the reason why he does those type of styles are tailor-made for him because he knows that he has the hand speed. He can get off his punches much faster than those guys who come forward and try to pressure him. So, yeah, I just don't see how Manny can win that fight because he doesn't do well against guys who can move very well. Boxers. He doesn't do well against those guys. So, yeah, and another thing about the drug testing situation, yeah. If Manny Pacquiao doesn't get his way with that drug testing thing, then, yeah, obviously, Floyd Mayweather is going to win the fight. He's going to win the rematch. So,
Mayweather could get a decision, though, in Saudi. He hasn't fought outside Nevada.
Well, I think maybe. I mean, it depends because Floyd Mayweather I think he has investments in the UAE somewhere. So that is a bit of a benefit. So
that's not the same country as Saudi Arabia. The two completely. I know what you're saying, but two completely different countries. Right?
Well, that's true because Saudi Arabia and Dubai are two different countries. So, but still, though, I mean, the UAE. I mean, they all share the same resources. So, I mean, with the exception of Qatar, because Qatar actually got expelled by the UAE. So, other than that, yeah, I just think that Floyd. I'm gonna keep it real too. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna just say this too. I know some of you guys may not agree with me on this, but I think it's a pointless rematch. To be honest with you,
man, it's good, man. Nah, I want to see that. Listen, I enjoyed that. Why? Nah, because you know what? It's boxing. It's boxing, yeah. And what I'm trying to say is that it's boxing, and Mayweather still draws. And then the day, people still want to see if he can lose his all. People can't stand him. They can't stand him. And Manny Pacquiao just beat Keith Thurman. He beat one of the young generation. It's money. Listen, you gotta understand, right? AJ losing, right? Not for maybe for the UK was not that good, yeah, but for boxing, it's got boxing talking. Remember, Mayweather gets people talking. Newspapers, articles. Remember, in America, like, why do you guys keep telling me that America's not the biggest sport? When Floyd comes on the scene, it goes straight into the front pages. All the newspapers start covering it, and he brings it, and that's good for the sport, bro. So anything to generate, like people didn't like McGregor. Man, I love that Mayweather because it brought people bums off the seat to come watch it. All them MMA. Listen to me, sir. When Mayweather and Pacquiao went down, right? No, Mayweather and Conor McGregor went down. Do you know that MMA hasn't recovered yet? They still haven't recovered from that loss. First off, let's start. Conor McGregor went back in there and got his head ripped off by Khabib, yeah. And then because he's Russian, Dana doesn't want to promote him, yeah. And because of that, MMA took a massive loss. Mayweather is still that dude. Mayweather goes to Japan, beats out one of the Japanese, one of their up-and-coming prospects. Then he's coming back, and Pacquiao's on the rise. Yeah, man, come back and whoop Pacquiao's ass, bro. Yeah, I'm on that shit.
So here's the thing. You may have a point here, EJ, because they could promote the fight as Manny Pacquiao has been on a good winning streak.
Yeah.
He came back, beat Matisse.
Mabrona.
He came back, beat Broner, and now he beat one of the hardest players.
Why would a 43-year-old Floyd Mayweather, a 43-year-old inactive
to prove he's great. To shut down everyone.
That would be fucking stupid.
To kill. I think he wants to get back at Skip Bayless. It was to get back at Skip Bayless.
Right now, bro. Floyd ain't been doing shit for tripping on those and fight exhibition fights.
Yeah.
And he been fucking real fucking fighter.
I got
right now with all the inactivity, bro. Liable to get flipped. Liable to catch something. Tell you, dog.
Hey, but Ben, I gotta ask you a question though. I will get back to MAYPAC in a second. I wanted to ask you this though about the Lewis and Joshua situation. What's your thoughts on that one? Because I know you're a big Lennox Lewis fan.
Are we live?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of live. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been kind of we're live, man.
AJ was a clown. What do you?
You better off asking me that question on the one, because I'm gonna say something record. I think Josh was a fucking clown. Basically. And the one statement he made, and I don't know exactly how it was, but he basically said he stuck from a different ball or a different breed or something like that.
Yeah.
You goddamn records with different bitch nigga. You got knocked out by the water jumper fat boy Lennox Lewis is the 3-time heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
You gotta go back and prove that you didn't do that. You gotta go get your belt back. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I mean, yeah, we were talking about this earlier because, you know, to me, I said,
breed.
Yeah, totally different breed. I mean, yeah, just some people just think that Joshua done faster, more work than Lewis, and what 22 pro fights is a way to propel Lewis in a way.
You shouldn't be paying attention to casuals. Come on.
Yeah, they are casuals. They're doing that. We got to set them straight. Say, look,
those are people who have never seen Lennox Lewis fight. They came in boxing fans.
Edge, you want to reply? Edge, you want to reply? Because, you know, that's your guy, Edge. You want to say something?
Hey, look, yeah, really my guy, like me, I'm a big fan of Lennox Lewis. Like I said to you before, people don't listen. Like, and say, I think that both of them need to sort their issues out. Both of them need to talk on the phone. Hey, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? And then end the beef. That's what they need to do.
Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Lennox need to come down to the ring when Deontay want to fight that pussy over. Bomb squad all day and then laugh at that and squawk the fuck out. That's what you need to do. You're getting too big to your britches, young buck. That's what I gotta say to Joshua. Too big for his britches. How many heavyweight champions have been 3-time heavyweight champions? Let me ask the panel that.
He's undisputed.
Answer that question.
Anthony Joshua never discredited his.
No. Fuck Anthony Joshua. Answer my question, John. How many 3-time heavyweight champions are there? No. He said, what he said was he disrespected by saying I'm cut from a different cloth. I'm a different breed.
Yeah, but he's talking about.
No, he's insinuating that he's insinuating that he's of a higher class. He's of a higher echelon. He's of an upper echelon. All right. How many times has a heavyweight champion won the belt 3 times? Answer that question.
Yeah, but that's not what he was talking about.
He was talking about
because it's a small list. It's a small list. And Lennox Lewis scored.
You never mentioned Lennox
the bus.
He's
a bus.
People are getting.
He's saying that I would never. When I retire, I will come out and let the young men come up. But Lennox Lewis will keep on criticizing the young up and coming fighters, and that's what his issue is.
He never criticized Mej. No, he's told the truth. He's one of the very few British people like TJ that told the truth. Your boy was ducked in the fight. It's plain and simple. And he's getting crucified because he's supposed to hold the line. Nah, he's a real. He gonna tell the truth.
Why doesn't he criticize Wilder?
He's saying a point of view. He's saying a point of view, an opinion. It's not a fact.
Why doesn't he hold Wilder to the same standard? Because
well, he did criticize Wilder the way he performed.
For the fight, for the fight,
That's why.
No, for the fight for the fight, that wasn't just Joshua's fault. Like,
He said Tyson Fury beat Wilder. That's
no, I'm talking about the fight with
If he was such a Wilder fanboy, he would have said that, oh, Wilder won the fight.
No, I'm
So
talking
he
about Joshua Wilder fight. That wasn't just one person's fault. They both were to blame in that situation. Like, you can't just blame one person if you're objecting.
All right, Ahmed. If you're honest with yourself, whose fault was it more?
Yeah, but Lennox Lewis doesn't know that for a fact. It's not a fact. Lennox Lewis doesn't know that. He's saying an opinion, a point of view.
If you go by facts, Wilder was the one who turned down the most.
Say that. People like that. He knew that fight was not his fault, man. Don't be silly, bro. Don't be silly.
Yeah, but now you're being fanboy now. Look, fact of the matter really.
No, I'm not being fanboy. I'm being fanboy. I'm saying facts.
Yeah, that's his guy though. That's his guy. Hey, Umar rides with Lennox Lewis, so you could say that, but Umar's still fair now. End of the day,
but you have to wear some objectiveness. Where's the proof?
No, but hold on. He's an analyst though, isn't it? He's an analyst though, isn't he? He's an analyst, so he gives an opinion.
He's saying a point of view.
Yeah, but what we mean?
No, but doesn't he interview these fighters? So you're saying Lennox Lewis doesn't have no connection?
No,
to the people behind the scenes. So
he don't.
As an analyst, you're saying he didn't get to speak to nobody behind the scenes.
Did he speak to Anthony Joshua about why the fight didn't happen? No, he didn't.
But he's
that's why Anthony Joshua's calling him a clown.
Wait. Is it possible that Lennox has spoke to someone on the inside who's actually close to the negotiations?
No,
Isn't that possible?
Like,
Isn't that possible? How do you know that?
Eddie Hearn. He never spoke to Anthony Joshua.
But it doesn't have to be Eddie Hearn. Who else is involved? It's not just Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua's involved. There's other people involved too.
Yeah.
So
they're important people.
exactly.
They're
So what if Lennox has connections to those important people, which he's capable of doing? So what do you?
But not the important people like the main people that's doing the deal. Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua.
You don't know anybody?
No, but
How do you know they're the only ones who are doing the deal?
Okay,
That shit is crazy. Y'all be talking like y'all be talking like y'all know. Y'all be talking like you be talking like you know what's going on in the deal. But when Lennox Lewis does it, it's crazy. Like that's crazy.
Well, let's stick to the facts. That fight, look, that fight could have
no.
happened about 3 or 4 times. One sec. That fight could have happened 3 or 4 times. Like, you can't just blame one guy. Look, no. One second. I blame Wilder a lot of times, but there are times with Joshua and his side to believe. Like, you can't just. I don't like it when people. In my opinion, I believe Wilder to do more blame because he turned down more contracts and more offers, and ultimately he was the one who turned down the biggest deal as well.
But at the end of the day, it's all based on opinion. People may say Wilder,
Yeah.
this, Wilder, this. But look, and the truth is, both of them are to blame or the other. But the fact of the matter is that Joshua and Lewis have history. Anthony Joshua lost up to Lennox Lewis. When Anthony Joshua won the gold medal, Lennox Lewis was there, and you were saying that he's the next future, he's the future heavyweight champion.
True.
And he wanted to find Anthony Joshua. So they have long history. So when you're hearing someone like Lennox Lewis saying that, oh, he don't want to fight, he's protected, he's this, he's that, then obviously
He's telling the truth, though.
it's not gonna go down well.
He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. But you know what?
When he said when
Is it the truth? Is it the truth?
No, he is. He's telling the truth because at the end of the day, he's looking at AJ like Rick Bowe. Because he's looking at AJ like AJ got all the belts like Rick Bowe, and he's ducking him. Yeah, he's ducking.
I think Lewis is jealous. I think Lewis is a bit jealous.
Ducking.
Lewis is jealous because he's never belonged. Frank Bruno was more loved there.
No, yeah, I can. Because you know why? He didn't want to fight Lennox Lewis. No, I'll tell you why. Because Riddick Bowe didn't want to fight. Riddick Bowe didn't want to fight Lennox Lewis, and AJ didn't want to fight Wilder. That's what it is. That's what they're saying. Yo, Chicken Bowe. AJ done worse. He fought against big fat Baby Miller, and then when he went against that fat guy Ruiz. Come on, man. He threw his belts away. AJ threw his belts away.
EJ. Riddick Bowe threw his belt in the trash.
Yeah, and AJ threw his belts in the trash can when he went over there to fight fucking fat Baby Miller. Yeah, I tell you, you know why? I know why, Hamid, because he didn't need to go. He didn't. Look at this Edge. Edge is getting in now. But look, he didn't need to go to fucking America. In my opinion, that's the same as Bernie.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. He didn't need to fight America. So what I'm saying to you, no, he was talking. But all I'm trying to say, he's in control. Lewis don't like the idea that people. Remember, Lewis could have been undisputed champion long years ago. If Riddick Bowe would have fought him, he would have. Edge, you let me get out. Hey, Chicken Bowe.
He's soft his facts, but
Fucking
he's soft his facts.
Edge. Lennox Lewis would have been the undisputed champion years ago. And he hated the idea. Well, Edgy, let me finish. He hated the idea that anyone would do that. Now, when he give Andy,
when Anthony Joshua's a 3-time champion, when he do that, when he wouldn't do that, like they know people about homeboy.
No comparison between Lewis and Joshua. I don't even think Joshua said he's even in the same league. He even said Lewis is like.
Lewis gave him a bit of credit. Lewis gave him.
Like Deontay said, your boy Joshua's done. He don't lose that rematch because he don't even know how the fuck he lost. He don't even know how.
So the guy's at 40 fights.
There was a lot of fights sent from the God.
Guy's a hostage champion.
It was a lucky punch. It was a lucky punch.
That's what he said. That wasn't a lucky punch, bro.
It's for punch.
That wasn't
you talking about?
That wasn't a lucky punch, man. Come on, you have to be fair. This is what I'm saying. You couldn't. Edge, you couldn't YG your fanboy. You need to stop right there, bro. Ain't no, you can't call YG your fanboy, bro. You took it too far, bro. You got too far, bro. You got too far. There's no way, bro. What? Yeah. Yeah. But I don't breathe because he said it. Edge, what we doing there, Edge? What we doing? Because AJ Eddie Hearn say it is fact, bro. Don't use your own brain. Come on, man. Don't do that, man. Yeah, but he's not a lucky punch. That wasn't a lucky punch, bro. That wasn't a lucky punch.
AJ was in the ring.
Yeah.
AJ was in the ring. So he should know more than anybody else what happened.
No, why? Man, we was watching. Hold on. We come on, man.
AJ was there, so
but you know what? I have to say though, Lennox Lewis did say Hassan Rappman was a lucky punch, and he went in there and bombed him out. So Lewis, so AJ's got to go in there.
EJ, that wasn't no lucky punch. Lennox is bullshit.
Yeah, see, thank you.
That was more plausible of a lucky punch than we did.
See,
AJ got hit with a fucking foot.
And Edge, you hear that? Edge, and Umar likes Lennox Lewis. Umar likes Lennox Lewis.
He was a one banger. He was a one banger and went down.
It's a difference. That's true. That's being consistent.
You have to be consistent, man. Umar's right, man. There's no lucky punch. Come on, Umar likes Lennox Lewis, and even he's saying that wasn't no lucky punch. Lewis is talking bullshit.
No, Lewis got caught with one shot.
No, but but Lewis himself. No, but Lewis said it was a lucky punch. But what I'm saying to you is that AJ said it now, but I think
no excuses. Look, the guy goes.
Yeah, thank you.
You can't defend him. There was no lucky punch.
Yeah, Edge. That's what Edge. And you stay there saying that you can't compare you to YG because YG ain't saying shit like that, bro. That's some fucking shit he's saying. But listen to this. YG ain't saying shit. Yeah, but we know what he said. But do you agree with it though? I understand it. Do you agree with it though? Edge, do you agree with it though? Edge, I understand it. Do you agree with it though? Do you agree? Do you agree with what AJ said though?
Well, I agree with the lucky punch. Yeah.
Oh my good gosh, you're the fanboy. You're the 100%. You're back, bro. You're back, bro. You ain't gonna knock on YG, bro. You ain't gonna knock on YG. You can't even talk.
Okay.
Yo.
Answer this question.
Yeah.
Did Ruiz meant to throw that punch? Yes or no?
Yeah, he did meant to throw that punch. Yes, he did.
Did he look where he was punching? Yes or no?
It didn't matter where you look. You don't usually look when you're throwing punches. When you're out close like that, yeah. Hold up, Edge. Have you been in the ring with? Edge, hold up. Let's go back. Have you been in the ring, Edge?
I've been in the ring.
All right. So you know you're supposed to throw punch. Oh, Edge. When you're under. Hold up. 1 minute, Edge. I'm showing you something. When you're under arrest, because you don't know this. When you're under arrest, the trainers teach you the moment someone throws pressure at you, you dip your chin down because you're vulnerable in your chin, and you throw a looping punch over the top. It's been history. Loads of guys throw that. What are you talking about? Come on, man. Stop it.
When the guy closes his eyes and swings.
That's a lucky punch. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And because he came back. Because you know when that punch landed, he had another 3 punches after that. It wasn't no lucky. That was his combination. He used to throw in there in training. Get a lucky punch. Get out of here. Hey, listen, let me tell you. Hey, let's go on. Let me show you something, right? So
look, I believe he didn't meant to throw that punch.
All right, fine. But I know what he's doing though. AJ is trying to be on beast mode right now, and he's not trying to give Ruiz no credit. I understand that, but he knows the truth.
I'm about to say the only time Luis was lucky is when Eddie Hearn and them picked up the phone and called his team. That was the only time he was lucky. Other than that, like everything else, he earned.
Let me. What is it?
Lucky punch.
He earned everything else, man.
When the rematch happens, we'll see. Like, as I say,
You said that before the first fight.
Yeah. As I say, you guys are looking at it fanboys. Yeah, you guys have to look at things objectively at the end of the day.
You guys are fanboy comment. That's a fanboy comment.
The reason is, look, everybody thought that Ruiz was going to beat AJ. All those ones that the Monday morning quarterbacks want to say, oh, Andy Ruiz is going to be yeah, right. Yeah, he's always.
No.
Yeah, let's keep it real. Even
there were people on the panel.
AJ got for the AJ was.
You don't hate him, man. You don't hate AJ, so he just don't like the way he's operating.
Well, let me ask you a question. What's better for Wilder and the team? Is he better at Joshua?
Hold on. You just asked the Umar. Because I'm gonna keep it 100 though. Because when that fight happened, the only reason why I didn't pick what you call it is because I didn't really want to feel like I was gonna be hating on AJ. So I just like, fuck it, he can't lose this fight. Like majority of the people, they really wanted to go against AJ, but just didn't want to seem like haters. And I know that's true. Like I know a couple of people.
You're the same guy that Big Mikey, though, man. I don't know.
No, it's not like.
I know. That's what I mean. Like, just trying to get out.
What you mean? Like, you the same guy that just said it was a lucky punch. And you over there, Hamed, you got like 17 accounts over there. That's definitely a fanboy. Like, I was in here, 17 accounts. Like, your definition of a fanboy. Like, you got 17 accounts over there. 17 accounts.
Oh shit! Stop making up stuff. Look, you pick.
I'm not making up stuff. So you don't got more than one fan.
I got like 2 accounts of my name. What's wrong with you?
Damn,
YG,
bringing it up to get back at
You got more.
What do you
You
think?
got more than 2 accounts. Stop me, man. Stop
I might
it.
not go on YouTube a lot, but
Stop
I've
it.
got social media that I still use. I got my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram, Extra50 TV. You know.
Yeah, but you don't go live no more.
But
But why does that matter? That's got nothing to do with the topic.
No,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we were talking
yeah,
about fanboys. He don't want to go live because he knows that people are gonna come at his throat because he was talking crazy about AJ before the.
No, but he's getting that work here. He's getting that work here.
Why do you think Mike when you try to justify it?
Those YouTube channels, like he probably got a lot of subscribers, and it's like and you could probably say probably like 35% of those subscribers is ready to lynch his ass. So he laying low. He laying low to the election.
I'm very objective. I don't know if my fanboyish or ism or anything like that. Like,
Yo, I've been on your channel with you when you was talking crazy. I was on your channel with you when you was talking crazy about AJ.
Come on, let's move on.
And we lucky you didn't go live because if you went live, if you go live talking that AJ. If you go live talking that they're gonna eat you alive. That's why you don't even go live and talk about that shit. Because you know
how Aerosmith revolutionized the game with Mikey Garcia. Explain it how.
Oh, he's trying to
we're
cloud
talking
you.
about the AJ fight.
If you want to talk about what you call it, Aerosmith versus Porter, or if you want to talk about Mikey Garcia versus Danny Garcia, then that's okay. Cool. Now you don't want to talk about it now.
Like, the fight we're talking about AJ moving forward.
That's right.
Okay, well, moving forward, he's gonna fight Ruiz in Saudi Arabia, so we're gonna see what happens when that fight.
That ain't happening in Saudi Arabia, man.
Yeah, but the only thing about it is, yo, so I'm gonna have to get your Facebook channel because I already know you're not.
That's not happening because Eddie Hearn had a press conference by himself. That don't mean nothing. Where was the fighters? Why come the fighters didn't turn up? Why?
The tour is gonna be in December. From the September the 12th.
What's Ruiz saying though? Yeah, but what's Ruiz saying though? He ain't agreed to that.
But it's crazy how every time we talk about the heavyweight, we start talking about the welterweight.
Nah, he just comes at you. He comes at you every night. But listen.
No, it's cool though. He wanna what you call it? Like so Aerosmith is your welterweight? Or you don't have a favorite welterweight? You only
I don't have a favorite heavyweight. If I had a favorite heavyweight,
AJ is your favorite heavyweight. You just said AJ lost by a lucky punch. He got to be your favorite heavyweight. Like, who said that shit?
That's an opinion. That's my point of view. But like at the day, that's not me using it objectively. So I understand you meant to throw that punch. It wasn't a punch that he purposely aimed to do. That's what I don't do. That's my opinion.
So you said that at that moment he was just flailing his arms. And
he got in the face and swung back. He got in the face and swung back. Like when Lomachenko hit Collar in the back of the head, he meant for that shot.
Wait, time out. Why you keep saying that he got hit in the back of the head?
No. When Lomachenko for what's that name? What's that guy he faced? That last opponent he faced. You know, Triple G. When he faced, what's that guy he fought the last time?
Oh, that bomb? Menace Rollers the one.
Yeah, Rolls. When he fought Rolls, he does the shot where he moves his head and he punches right on the top of your head. The daze view. That's the perfect shot that he's done, where he got aimed to the back of the head purposely. Yeah. And when Devin Haney done it against his last fight, he aimed to the back of the head. When Ruiz did the same thing and hit the back of the head, he wasn't even looking. He swung that shot.
First of all, he didn't hit him in the back of the head though.
Ruiz said it in an interview himself. He was punching and prayed to God and hoped for the best, and that's what he said in the interview. Yeah, and he got lucky and he hit him where it makes sense. And this is Ruiz's own word. He said, "I went down there and I looked up and I prayed to God and I swung and I thought I'm just gonna go for it and I swung and it landed and I want to thank my mom." And that's what he said.
Yeah, yo, all of that is how you say that, DJ. He's not media trained. Like that was.
Yes, YG's on point, bro. YG's good, you know. YG's on point today. YG.
That's all that was.
Like you saying that your guy lost by a lucky punch when he got knocked down multiple times is crazy.
No.
That shit is crazy.
I said the first one. The rest of it, yes, he was purpose. Like yes, we got connected. Yes, after that. But anyway, look to the rematch. I think Joshua's gonna win, and that's what I believe he's gonna win that fight. I just believe he's gonna win because I think he's the better fighter overall. Yeah.
Why he's the better fighter? Because he's fought better competition where he's from.
I think because he's fought better competition.
I ain't gonna lie.
He's fought better skill for.
If you're right on everything, the UK is gonna be on a big losing streak because you got Campbell losing, you got Yard losing.
Yeah, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose.
Yeah, but this is not about UK. This is like I'm just looking.
I know you saying it's not about that, but in the big picture, man, you think it's small.
Look, I'm the say the UK fighters, the fighters in the UK is not that deep. That's why Eddie Hearn is finding all these young American talents. You know what I mean? That's how it is.
It's not that deep.
Is that the UK, America has a deeper roster of fighters than the UK does.
It's a bigger country, though.
It's a bigger country. It's just a fact.
Yeah. Why do you stop? It's not. This is not a UK American versus. It's not.
Yeah,
like
leave him alone, man. Leave him up there.
It's not a UK American versus, bro. Like you can't kind of pin it.
Don't tell my life draft down.
But it's not a life raft. I'm just talking facts.
It is because I don't know about Luke Campbell, but you're definitely gonna be wrong next week because Yard is definitely gonna steamroll. What you call it?
Yo,
Don't jump on the bandwagon and start saying yo Yard is one of the what you call it? Like I don't want to hear you on the side of the fence. Like you get what you call it?
Oh, shit.
Yo, why you don't tell me you're picking Luke
Like,
Campbell?
don't go on the channel and start saying because after he gets past him, he's gonna be able to beat John Pascal.
Yo, why you picking? Why you Luke Campbell?
It's a fanboyism too. I forgot. I didn't know this was fanboyism.
It's not a fan. No, because that's what you being. That's what you call a fanboy. You're not with the person. You're not with the person doing the rough. When time is rough, but as soon as things is looking on the up and up, now you're around, you talking. That's a fanboy.
If Kovalev loses, he loses. Like, you know what I mean?
Yo, you just proved that you know.
Yo, I'm mad though. You hear me though, right? Like right now.
Don't change sides of the fence. Like I change whatever.
You proved this point. He said he wants Yard to win by picking Kovalev. That's not a fanboy.
There's no fanboy. What are you talking about? It's not about to change sides of the fence. Like if you are close to the way, that's a good performance. There'll be a good performance. And I will rate Yard.
That's the good just covering yourself. Where you like, I want Yard to win.
A fanboy is someone who's going with the heart over the head. Someone who's a fanboy is always going over the heart over the head. That's a fanboy.
All right, let's break that fight down. Let's break that fight down. So, how does Yard go about beating Kovalev? What's he gonna do?
He has to chin check him, man. Punch him in the body or the head.
How's he gonna get past the jab though? Kovalev's got a nasty jab, man.
He has to get on the inside, man.
How's he gonna work himself in? How you gonna get himself in? Because
Kovalev should have boxed him, I think, man. Let's be realistic.
Are you picking Kovalev? You got Hamid. You got Kovalev, right?
I'm not sure.
Nah, Hamid, you got Kovalev.
Yeah, you gotta go with Kovalev.
All right, you got Kovalev. All right, you got Kovalev. So you and thing. Okay, you and Edge Kovalev.
But I won't be surprised if Yard knocks.
Yeah, we know that. We don't want to hear that right now. You got Kovalev. But what I'm saying is this, right?
Yo,
yeah.
And so y'all don't call somebody that always just puts the favorite of fanboy too. Like that's crazy to me.
That's actually
like,
that's all.
And then you only pick the favorite. Like that's like every year you only like if you, I guess you could do that. You could only do that.
Why do you? Look, if you go to a casino and you bet it for a long time, are you gonna bet on the favorite or the underdog?
If I go to the casino,
what are you gonna do? Say
Don't be answer the question.
2 horse race. Are you gonna bet on the favorite or the underdog? Answer the question.
I mean, but if he's the favorite the way y'all pick, you can't even bet on that because you gotta fucking that ain't gonna be like
you don't answer the question.
You don't answer the question, YG.
No.
You don't answer the question, YG.
That's a good answer. It's a good answer, but it's not the answer that could have been See that you being slick.
He's trying to base it on money of how you what you call it, but
And that's how normally.
it's like and like you know this too, Omar, because you from what you call it, right? It's like basically like you a Giants fan, right? But you're not gonna fuck with the Giants for none of these years right now.
You're comparing football to boxing.
Because they fucking up. But as soon as they
No, I don't know what you're talking about. When I'm a fan of a sports team, I'm gonna say it's different. Boxing is in a team sport.
For Lennox Lewis, people that you know that was Lennox Lewis fans, right? That people that they wasn't fucking with Lennox. Hold on.
They're fanboys.
And then
Hold on. Let me explain something about me. I'm not a fan. I'm no fan of no man. I'm not a fan of no man. Because a fan is a fanatic. Get that right. Lennox Lewis has put his shit on the mantle. What he accomplished speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Speaks for itself.
Exactly.
Hey, YG, are you gonna answer Hamid's question? Because that's a good question. I'm waiting to answer. Hamid's a good question. When you go to a casino, do you bet on the favorite?
For the underdog.
Underdog, yeah. Do you go bet on underdog? My bad.
No, well, it depends on the situation.
What situation? What situation?
Who you bet on? When people bet on the.
Who's not?
You got £100.
Now, when you go to the casino, everyone bets on the favorite.
Depends on who, like, that's what I'm trying to say.
I'm gonna give you the odds, YG. I'm gonna give you the odds right now, right?
No, but you gotta give me
I'm
who
a
is the favorite. It's like,
listen. No, listen, YG. You bet on the favorite, it's 4-2 odds. So you gotta double up your bet basically to make any money. But if you bet on the long shot, it's 50-1. Which one you bet on?
The favorite or the underdog? Which you going to do, YG?
Yeah, I probably would bet on both, 60-1. Oh my God.
Nah, if that's what you're gonna do. If that's what you're
Oh,
gonna
this
do.
dude is crazy.
Nah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When I started, when I used to bet, that's what I used to do. But real talk, you're gonna bet.
YG, let's say something. A 60-1 underdog. That's like winning the lottery for $300 million.
Yeah.
That shit ain't popping off. Bet off hitting the 4-2 and doubling your bet and go make money. What the fuck are you talking about?
So basically, right? You said what you call it, right? So how you said it? So if you bet 40 on the favorite and then you bet $2 on the underdog, you still cover your money. That's what I'm saying. You can't.
Well, if you make a little bullshit ass bet like that, what's $100, bro? Come on, man.
Hey, listen, YG. Hey, Hamid, finish your point, Finish your point, because YG's answered the question. What's your point, Hamid?
No, I'm saying, come on, man, this is common sense. It shouldn't take you 10 minutes. YG. That's what.
No, that's not because you're acting a cliffhanger. You're just saying the favorite, but who is the favorite?
No, look.
What are the real chances of the underdog? Like,
Ben Umar broke it down. Look, man, you got more money.
How many underdogs? Look, I'm gonna just put it like this. How many underdogs won this year?
No, he's talking like he just.
No. How many underdogs won this year?
Quite a few. There's quite a few. The year ain't finished.
No, that's moving goalposts, man. That's got nothing.
The year ain't finished.
Because you can't say.
Not that many though, YG.
No, there's a difference.
When this year, mad underdogs have won.
Only in big fights.
No, you're changing the subject.
No, I'm not changing the subject. Because he asked me.
No, you're changing it.
How?
There's a difference between picking somebody by saying, oh, I'm going to pick Anthony Yard because even though it's an underdog, because I rate his punching power and I believe that if you connect him with his punching power, then he's a win. Fair enough. You're going to pick based on you've seen something you think that might work in the fight, rather than saying, oh, I'm going to pick Manny Garcia, even though because he's my boy.
Hold on, time out. So why you picking? Hold on. So why you picking? You're only picking this guy. Oh, you said I want Yard to win, but I'm only picking Kovalev because he's the favorite.
Look,
No,
YG, look, you want to end
no,
that.
no, I didn't say that. I said I picked Kovalev to win because he's got the better pedigree. He's the better all-round fighter. He's fought more better opponents. And plus, Anthony Yarde is going to Russia, which is Kovalev's home.
YG's got you, bro. Because what YG's trying to say is that you don't definitively pick guy, but you kept talking about the other guy. You don't go out on a limb, innit? You don't go out on a limb. Yeah, he's trying to. You don't really go out on a limb and really and truly. So and then you leave a gap, yeah, to come back. YG's trying to say you leave the back door. You leave the back door to come back. And what YG's trying to say is that when you pick a guy, when you pick a guy, you just pick a guy. That's it. You don't want to be hearing. Nah, I know what you're saying, but that YG's coming from is that. Yeah, I know, but what YG's coming from is that you don't want to hear nothing about the other guy. You pick a guy that's roll, just stick with that guy, and that's it. Nah, I know, but when you make a decision, you already make your decision, but he don't want to hear nothing about you talk about the other guy. That's what he's saying.
But that's not the point. I can tell you about Yarde if I want to.
Nah, I know you can, but when you're making a pick, you pick one guy and roll with it, and that's it. But what is you don't. Nah, I'm not saying you can't talk about it.
No, I don't want to hear that. Oh, you like the side because you wasn't rooting for him. Like you was rooting on the other side. Like if he becomes champion, and he starts steamrolling. Like you didn't believe. You believe like yo, he didn't fought nobody, and that like you didn't believe. You don't believe.
What are you talking about? It's like me saying, you know what? It'd be great for Wallace to be Fury. It'll be good for his family to win and family, but in reality, I think the Tyson Fury wins, and that's the so. But there's nothing wrong with saying, oh, it'll be good for somebody to win, but the reality is Tyson Fury is going to be Wallace.
Yeah, bring it on.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when he win or if he wins, right? I'm talking about and then he starts. I'm talking about then he starts fighting other people. Don't jump on the bandwagon and start doing like how you were doing with AJ. Like
what are you talking about? It's an objective. You're using an objective. If Anthony Yarde fights Kovalev,
now you're right. We'll just see how. We'll see.
Kovalev and blows him out the water, destroys him, annihilates him, and then he goes and fights, I don't know, PACQUIAO, then obviously you're going to base it on performance. If Anthony Yarde blows Kovalev out the water, Anthony Yarde is going to be the favorite because of what he did against Kovalev. It's common sense. What are you talking about?
So then, but then you're going to jump on the bandwagon.
Being a fanboy, oh, I shouldn't ride it.
But then you're going to jump on the bandwagon and be like, yep, you're going to jump on the bandwagon like, yep, you got Kovalev in that, you got Yarde in that fight now.
But that's what happened. That's sport. You know what I mean?
No, but before the fight is different to after the fight. Man, look, if you go into the casino and you got 10 bets, 9 of them should be on the field.
Yo, stop! Like, why we keep talking? Like, stop bringing money and all of that shit.
What are you thinking about?
That shit is like that shit just change.
We're talking about who's the favorite.
I'm just saying no because like.
Look. If you go into a casino and you got 9 bets, are you going to bet on the favorite or the underdog?
Yo, I don't stop talking about that. Like that shit doesn't because this year, look. All right, so when I'm trying to say right, when you say that right, but this year if you was doing that, look, by your logic, right? This year, if you was betting your money on the underdogs, you'll be winning because more underdogs won this year.
I wouldn't bet on the underdogs.
That's the point that we're talking about. You're talking about being a fanboy.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Ahmed and the betting thing. Like you're not.
But look.
You can't go by that betting because more underdogs has won. Look at all the underdogs that's won. If you was betting on the underdogs this year, you'll be up crazy.
You're moving goalposts. You're using this year. Look, I could use last year. I could use next year. It doesn't mean just because this year is being upset doesn't mean it's always like that. You don't get it. Look, the point is this: you got 10 fights. Say you're picking 10 different opponents in that fight. Majority, at least 80 to 90%, you're going to pick the favorite. You're going to use your brain. Obviously, it depends on the fight because boxing is, it can change in one punch. But logic should tell you on paper, you bet with the favorite. Now,
right, you're saying that, but again, we get back to that. A lot of underdogs have won this year, so you can't. That logic goes out the window.
Yeah, but you have to have an underdog with some type of formula going his way, and he could win the fight. You're talking about Mike Garcia beating Errol Smith. He's got two less
Nobody's talking about that. You brought that up.
That's
Y'all
what happened.
keep, like, I didn't bring up Mikey Garcia one time. Oh, y'all keep bringing that up. Like,
Yeah,
why
no,
y'all keep bringing that up? Like that, like y'all bring that up because that's what y'all like. That's like y'all said that like that's the only fight that I picked all year. Like that's crazy.
You picked Anthony Joshua to beat Ruiz too. We don't want to talk about that, don't you?
Yeah, I just said why.
Yeah, exactly. But what? Exactly.
I said I didn't pick that. I didn't pick against AJ because I didn't want to seem like I was hating on him.
Nah, that's just cool. That's
You don't want to seem like you hating on him. What are you, soft?
What you mean? Now
That's fucking shit what another man thinks to do. Fuck out of here. Don't worry about what another man thinks of you. You don't just call me a fucking fanboy and a hater, Josh. I don't give a fuck what he thinks. You be yourself.
Like, you know,
Look, if you're a fanboy, just say it. I'm a fanboy and I'm proud.
Nah, you're a fanboy.
Come out.
Because you root for whoever's favorite.
People think McGregor.
I know Ace no took his fucking blood that he from Sierra Leone, but I got a hit heat from Nigeria. That motherfucker love God. So it is what it is, right?
People pick McGregor.
No what? I love Tyson Fury, man.
Oh man, let's talk about Tyson Fury then. Let's talk about Tyson Fury. Let's talk about Tyson Fury. He fighting a bum, brother. You defend that one, Ed, now. Why he fighting that bum?
Oh my God, he did. Who's this dude? Otto Wallen? Oscar Wallen?
Tyson, yeah, let's talk about that, man. Tyson Fury, man.
No, but who's gonna fight?
How is ESPN accepting this bullshit?
Yeah.
Who you gonna pick in that fight?
That was the fact. That was the whole point of it.
Yeah. Man, my team was better on Otto Wallen.
That was the whole point of ESPN signing him. They signed him just to get the Wilder fight. They knew that they got no other heavyweight for him to fight. They're not going to pay him. They're not going to pay nobody else big money to fight him. So you put him in the ring with bums till the Wilder fight comes up, and then that's it. Like everybody,
American fans. I think ESPN thinks American boxing fans are fucking stupid. Ain't nobody subscribing to ESPN Plus to watch Otto Wallen.
They signed him for one big fight. It's like the same reason the Zone basically almost signed Triple G for. They really just signed Triple G to get him to
okay,
fight.
so in the meantime, you're telling me they designated themselves in the meantime to take losses to that fight.
What you said?
That's what you're telling me.
He didn't hear you. What you say again? Uma said that again. He didn't hear you. What you say?
So what I'm saying is, if he's saying all they did was sign him for the Wilder fight, then that means ESPN designate themselves into taking L's.
That's what.
Revenue.
But Fury's gonna win though.
Nobody.
It all depends because you gotta think about it. They paying Fury, right? They pay for the venue or whatever, however that go. They paying the nigga that Fury fights basically nothing, and then whatever
Don't tell me you pick your one.
They show the fight on the ESPN.
Yeah, but Fury's fighting in America, bro.
Huh?
You think people are gonna keep throwing up those type of fights? I don't know.
I mean, it all depends. They gotta see what you call it. But
they could make the money back on the Wilder fight.
They showing the fight on the ESPN Plus after that.
Yeah, they're gonna make. What platforms are gonna be in? What platforms that gonna be? Is that gonna be what platform?
It's gonna be on the ESPN Plus.
What the Wilder's gonna be ESPN?
Pay per view.
Wilder's gonna be in ESPN?
No. I thought y'all was talking about the next fight.
No, I'm talking about Fury and Wilder. What network they're gonna be?
Oh, that's gonna be on pay-per-view.
Yeah, I know. Which network?
Oh, ESPN and Showtime. They said
they're gonna do it.
Oh, that's cool, man. That's all right, man. I like that. That's all right. Yeah. They're gonna
that's what I'm saying. So if you ESPN, you're trying to hold Fury back to get the Wilder.
Yeah. They're keeping him sharp. Yeah, they're keeping him sharp. Fighting bums.
From the beginning, like that is not surprising.
Yeah, because Fury needs to get himself sharp. I understand why he's fighting these guys there. I don't like it. Yeah, I won't put money on that.
Nobody likes that shit, but that's
yeah. I won't put money on that dude though. That dude, he might beat Fury, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's upset YG. What do you reckon?
Want to take the underdog, right?
Yeah, that's the
I guess people gonna say you crazy.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Look, man, Fury, man, I'm telling you, this is how upsets happen. That's when you're supposed to go for a big fight. Everyone's under it. They should that dude. No one's talking about that dude, maybe because he was undefeated. You know, he ain't never lost. So why you gonna come in there and all of a sudden just let Fury beat him? Come on now, like so. But he ain't. Listen, I don't know. He's old though. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Fury is gonna get smart. You know? Wilder gonna knock his ass out.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man. Wilder of the sport.
You see how
Fury's too. I think Fury. He's got the boxing knowledge to Wilder, but Wilder is reckless. See, Wilder don't care. See, Fury's all about looking good and feeling good and having fun. Wilder don't give a fuck about that. He's like, yo, one of these hand hooks gonna get you. One thing gonna get you. Fury needs to understand that. But Fury can hurt him.
You say ham hook?
Yeah, one of them ham hooks. But this is the thing, yeah. Fury hurt Wilder though. Fury staggered Wilder. You know, there was one punch in that fight where Fury staggered Wilder. Yeah. Yo, I see Wilder just freeze up. Yeah, but you know the funny thing? People always hurt Wilder. There's loads of people hurt him. But as soon as you hurt him, you go in for the kill. That's when Wilder, boom! That's when Wilder gets you. So Fury needs to understand that.
That's the mistake.
Yeah.
Because Filker thought he hurt Wilder. He dove in there and caught the 1-2.
Yeah.
Bam. And then it's night.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that rolls out.
That's the same thing your man Dominic Brazil did. He thought he hurt Wilder. Wilder tied up. He put him to sleep, bro. I don't care what nobody says. Wilder's gonna be undisputed.
Yeah. It's a good time. Anyway, the heavyweight division is popping. But AJ right now is on. To me, AJ talking about a clown and this guy in cloth. The reason why he's doing it, he's in beast mode. He ain't, and you know what? Look, he's doing a YG, bro. He's doing a Hamid. He's doing a Umar. He ain't giving no one respect. And that's the way you will do when you want to come into a fight.
That's not Umar because Umar gives respect to when
Umar. Remember how you were when it came to Paulie? You had the blinders on. You weren't even none of it. Paulie, what? Remember?
Fuck Paulie.
See, but now you say that now, but back in the days, you know how you were. You know what I'm saying? And then he moved the fighter.
You only
He's a big Paulie Manaji, but that was his guy, Paulie Manaji. Paulie's from Brooklyn.
Nah. I was never a fan of Paulie. The only reason I defended him because
he's from Brooklyn. That's what I'm saying. He's from Brooklyn. And any Muslim.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but that was back in the days. But any Muslim,
that's the same. That was the same.
Yeah, but
fuck Paulie. Paulie just got his point. Paulie's punk ass got beat up by that black boy. Fair enough. Ain't nobody worried about that. And I put that with me.
No, but what I'm saying.
That's New York is a loyal to a fault, man.
Yeah, I know that. I understand that. But
you did the same thing I did. And Mikey's way more accomplished than Paulie.
No, there's a difference. Let me explain the difference.
Yeah.
Because when Paulie's going to get his ass whooped by Sean Porter, I said Sean Porter's going to whoop the white boy's ass. That's a fact. Go back and listen to the
that was like
that's the
three
difference.
losses.
You're blind like defending.
That was like 3 losses already though. He lost like 3 fights already by that time.
Yo, okay, Paulie was undefeated in New York. Just coming up when he was about to fight Cotto. I think that Puerto Rico put the beats on that crap. That's a fact. I can't prove it because we don't learn back then, but that's a fact. So don't play with him.
He's not white.
So that's what the fuck he is.
He Italian.
What? Oh my EJ.